Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston. Hey Pachuco by Royal Crown Review. El Tango de Roxanne from the movie Moulin Rouge. And Dance the Night by Dua Lipa. Drum Major Kenley Howard. Is your band ready?
awarded Street Ones in the Bob Rush Memorial Award at the Mid-South Marching Band Festival, the Gave Up High School Marching Band.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bond's Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Ready to go out for the toss of the coin. Drew Puccio is out there along with Max Cooper tonight. He will be joined by Logan Aldridge and Lawson King. And across the way for the Douglas Eagles, they have Gage Campbell, who is an outstanding football player for them. Also, one of their running backs and linebackers, Kevin Spears, is there as well. They will be joined by Kenyon Watkins, who is an outstanding running back, very quick running back, I might add. And the fourth member of the crew is Daniel Hayes, a big offensive lineman, big 265-pound ball player out there as well. The Arabian Knights tonight will be dressed out in their blue rush uniforms. Blue jerseys over blue pants. They'll have white numerals, the white chevrons on the sleeves, and the double white stripes down the blue pants. The helmets are white, although one side of them beginning to turn silver, in that those are the award stickers they get, and they, by the way, are silver, so you get the reflection from the lights. The Arabian Night A logo on the left side of the helmet. For the Douglas Eagles tonight, they have the Eagles inscribed on a white helmet with a single red stripe, white jerseys with red numerals, and Eagles across the chest. They will also have red pants, solid for the Eagles. And we go out to the toss of the coin right now. Chuck joining the referee and the ball players, and Chuck will stick that microphone towards the referee, and we'll get the call for tonight's toss of the coin.
Douglas, you're the visiting team. You call the toss. There's heads, there's tails. There's heads, and there's tails. I'll do it again. What is your call? Tails is the call. Heads it is. Arab, you've won the toss.
Want the ball?
You want to defend the scoreboard? 49-yard line.
Douglas is going to take the ball first, or correction, Arab's going to get the ball first. They're going to be defended, of course. These guys look like they're ready to play.
They'll be defending the south goal, by the way. That is the goal by the Arabian Night locker room. The scoreboard goal is the north goal as the stadium runs north-south. And that is your toss of the coin tonight, brought to you by the Southern Elite Realty team and Scott Haga. If you need a home or thinking about a new home or a change of scenery, there's the folks to talk to, Southern Elite Realty and agent Scott Haga.
Yeah, and Chuck, right there is the head coach walking to your right. You might introduce yourself and say you're the new guy tonight, and that way he'll know who to talk to.
I got you. I'll tell him.
Coach Routon.
Boy, Chuck's going to get his steps in tonight, ain't he, boys?
That's right. That's right.
All right. When we come back, we'll get ready for the toss or the kickoff, brought to you by Farmers Insurance and agent Joshua Jennings. We are football. We are farmers. This is the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network.
As the Electric Board of Gunnersville, we want you to know that we are your partner in the community. And we hope our commitment, character, and integrity shine through every time you meet us as we empower our community to be the best it can be.
Back to Arab School Sportsplex, coming to you from the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth. The crew is intact. Yours truly, Michael St. John, Ronnie Shoemate, Chad Robertson, and down on the sideline, Chuck Ellis tonight, subbing in for our good friend Ben Elrod, who is all tuxed out. And when I say tuxed out, tuxedo and the whole 9 yards. He looked very, very debonair. Is that a good word a man can say?
That's a good word.
That's right.
There you go. All right, opening kickoff about to get underway. The Douglas Eagles will be defending the north goal here at Arab School Sportsplex to start this football game, and they will kick from the far side hash mark. The Knights will set 2 men deep, as Landon Strickland will be joined back there by, tonight he's being joined back there by
Wyatt
Lamar. So here we go. Underway. Douglas to kick the ball off. Doing the honors is Brian Zavala. He is 6'3", 155-pound junior. He's a soccer-style kicker for obvious reasons, and the left footer about to put toe to leather, and this football game is underway. Kicks it towards the sideline. Knights are going to let it bounce, picked up at the 10-yard line. This will be picked up by Lamar, and he'll come forward to the check that. That is the running back. That is for the Arabian Nights, and he'll make some good yardage all the way up to the 33-yard line. Logan Aldridge was actually back there with Strickland, so it will be 1st and 10 for the Arabian Nights, or was that Wyatt Lamar?
It was Lamar. It was 0.
This number, that 8 and that 0 sort of blend in. And I've got good eyes now. So it's 1st and 10 for the Arabian Nights. They chose to take the ball tonight, a little bit surprising.
I like that. Move the ball, put some points down there right away.
Drew he didn't hesitate 1 second when he called for it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Arabian Nights. Ball's on the far side hash mark to start this football game. On 1st down, Drew Puccio is your quarterback. He's the deuce, and he'll have Aldrich beside him to the right side, short side of the field that way. Got wideouts that way, and this is right away Puccio getting his own number called, and he'll make it across the 40 up near the 41-yard line. And they're still in a scrum, and now we're just now hearing the whistle, and the ball is going to be all the way up to the 45-yard line. So the ball is all the way up to the 45-yard line as for some reason we got a drop right then. But we're back. So it is a 1st and 10, the initial Citizens Bank and Trust 1st down for the Arabian Nights. And the ball is all the way up to the 44-yard line. Second play from scrimmage. Knights coming into the right side this time with Wesley Holland in the game, starting in place of Luke Hudson. Here's the snap. Puccio's going to turn, give it to Aldridge. Aldridge is going to be off left guard, and he'll cross the midfield stripe and get into Douglas territory at the, he'll get all the way down to the 48-yard line. So it will be now a 2nd down and 2. Knights grinding it out to start this football game, and I'm sure that was part of the game plan. We talked to Coach Routon this morning. He said he was hoping for a fast start.
Yep, go ahead, and you're getting 4 or 5 yards every time you're running it. Don't make sense to throw it. Just keep the other team off the field, control the clock, control the field.
So it'll be 2nd down and 2. Knights already in Douglas territory. We've just started. 10:30 left to play in the first quarter. Turn, give it to Aldridge off the left side. He's bottled up at the line of scrimmage and will be pushed back all the way into Arab territory, but let's see where the forward progress gets him. That's that big linebacker. He's a good one for he's one of the better ones we'll see this year. That's Tanner Edmondson, 6'1", 182 senior. He's in the middle and had some help over there from Mason Joyner.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, a very short one, probably about the length of a football to get the first down here.
Chance McClendon is in the middle. He's a big one too, 6'5", 296, and Noah Smith's got his work cut out for him tonight. Inside of 10 minutes, first quarter, Knights on their first drive, opening possession, 3rd and short, less than a football length for the first down, but they stay in the shotgun. Puccio's going to take it at left guard. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, but he'll roll into another defender and will be knocked down around the 43-yard line. The tackle was made for Douglas by Landon Stewart, a big defensive lineman.
We got an injured Arab player right there. They had to help him up. He can't walk right now. I can't tell who it is.
Number 75.
That is our center, Noah Smith.
Yep, Noah is a ball player.
And
too.
He's just gone down on his knees. We're going to have to take an injury timeout. No score, 9:45 to play in the first quarter. Back after this on the Fun Radio Football Network.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
We never set out to be J.P. Morgan or Wells Fargo. We set out to be Citizens Bank and Trust and to serve the community as a community bank, and we're content with that.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Knights come with an overload to the right side. 1st and 10 from a 43-yard line. New snapper is Ray. He's in the ball game. Snapped it over Puccio's head. Now he throws a short hopper to the wide receiver, and it's no good. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Well, you may have junior jitters there with Ray as the center. The first time we've seen him in varsity action. Well, we've seen him in mop-up action, but we haven't seen him right in the heart of the thing.
The first snap was his first series right here, and it went about 3 foot over the quarterback's head. Puccio runs back, picks it up on the bounce, and was able to throw it away, so we did get negative yards.
I am looking to see where Noah Smith is, and I'm sure Chuck Ellis, he's in the tent. Chuck can make his way over and sort of snoop as to what's going on there. Noah Smith, the starting center, outstanding center for the night. 2nd down and 10. Puccio, good snap this time. Back to pass, going to throw his first one of the night. Throws downfield, got him. That is Noah Mann right over the middle on a seam route down around the 10 or 20-yard line. So it is going to be 1st and 10 for the Arabian Knights at the Douglas 19-yard line, and they go fastball.
I was going to just stats earlier. Drew Puccio already this year running and passing is good for 1,190 yards.
All purpose. Here's a fake on the handoff. Puccio rolling to the right side, looking downfield, throws toward the end zone. Incomplete and broken up as that was knocked away by Brody Campbell. And Campbell is an outstanding defensive player for this Douglas Eagle team as well.
You'll hear his name a lot.
8:58 to play in the first quarter. We have no score. Chad, now that Noah Mann goes out, that can really disrupt the flow of an offense.
Yeah, especially with going up against a huge nose guard there for Douglas. So
we're going to get a hold against Arab on that sprint out as well. Nope, it's unsportsmanlike against Arab.
Wow.
Well,
Michael, they're checking his left knee over here under the tent.
All right, thank you, sir. Chuck Ellis giving us our sideline reports, brought to you all season long by our friends at One Source Roofing. And if you need a new roof, they're the ones that take care of it. This is the fall time of the year, time to get a new roof. 15-yard penalty from the spot. It will mark the ball all the way back to the 34-yard line.
And we didn't need that at all. I didn't see the flag, but I saw the aftermath, and a couple of kids were getting on to one guy individually. He must have said something he wasn't supposed to say.
So it's 2nd down, and let's call it 26. As the ball is all the way back to the 34-yard line. Knights on their opening possession of the football game and no score. Here comes the fake on the jet sweep. This is Puccio going to keep it. Following his block at right in. Gets by a man. Now he steps inside of another one inside the 30 down around the 25-yard line. Good run for Drew Puccio. Got about 9 of that 26 back. So he'll be stopped there, and we'll bring up a 3rd and long. Knights behind the sticks on 3rd and 15.
That little Johnny Manziel look again. We talked about that in pregame. He has got some moves on him out there.
Looked like Ryan Williams there for a second.
Landon Beck was the man to make the stop.
Hey, they're the same age. You know, he's just 17 years old.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
So it's 3rd down and 15 for the Arabian Knights. Noah Mann coming wide to the left. Landon Strickland in the slot this way. Single setback to the left of Drew Puccio. On the far side, hash mark is Aldridge. Back to pass. Puccio going to throw it into the end zone. Just puts it up for grabs and incomplete. 1-on-1 down there. And Brody Campbell may have been the closest to the football, but he did not come up with it. So it'll be 4th and 15 for the Arabian Knights with 8:02 to play in the first quarter. And as typical of an Arabian Knight offense this time of year at this position, Chad Robertson, we're not anticipating a field goal.
No, we're going to line up and go for it on 4th and about 16.
That's a long way to go. They get a first down to about the, 11-yard lines where they need to go to get the first down.
Knights are subbing in Dylan Kirkland into the ball game. He replaces Wesley Holland, who got the start for Luke Hudson tonight. Luke is back in the ball game. He's at the trips this time. It is a you have the spread and you have the squeeze. They're in the squeeze. Here's the pass downfield to Landon Strickland, incomplete. So 4th down, and the ball will go over on downs as the Douglas Eagles hold the Knights inside the 25-yard line, but credit that big penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct for disrupting that drive. This change of possession courtesy of Morgan Family Practice and team doctor Bo Morgan. Schedule an annual physical appointment today at Morgan Family Practice.
That's 7 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the first quarter, still no score.
So Douglas takes over on offense, holding the Arabian Knights after that drive. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Kason Walls is the quarterback. Turns, going to give it to the running back. This is Watkins. Watkins off the right tackle. Will get about 4 yards and will be knocked down around the 30-yard line. So again, they gave him 5. So a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Tackle made by the Knights, Peyton Jackson, along with Max Cooper. Cooper, one of the captains for tonight's ball game.
All right, everyone needs to tighten up right here. We want to keep them down there on this end of the field.
We're watching the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard in-house here tonight. We don't have anything reported yet. Hand off to the right side, and he slips as he made the turn and will get back to the line of scrimmage, and no gain further than that. Again, that was Watkins on the carry. So it's 3rd and 5, and now Douglas in a conversion situation on 3rd and 5 at their own 30-yard line.
You know, their line is not that big. This is one of the smaller teams we've played. They're running about 150 to 190 pounds across there.
This is the only county team in Marshall County that the Arabian Knights will face. All the other teams that we play within the county are city systems.
Yes.
So 3rd down and 5. Knights coming alive defensively. Here's Walls looking to pass. Pressure's on, and the ball's knocked away from him as he tried to get it out of his hands. It went down into the ground, and his arm came forward, so it is an incomplete forward pass, and will bring up fourth down. Zach Aldridge was the man that forced the problem. Zach Hallman, I'm sorry.
Yep. He got all over him. He had a hold of him as he threw the ball, and he went straight down about a foot in front of him.
So Puccio goes deep at his own 39-yard line. 6:18 to play in the first quarter. No score between Douglas and Arab. Douglas goes 3 and out on their first offensive possession. Snap. Walls does the punting. He drops it in front of Pooch. Pooch is going to pick it up and come forward at the 40, 45, 50. He's into Douglas territory and is spun down at the 48-yard line. Good stop that time. A one-on-one tackle by Landon Stewart. So the Knights get possession in good field position in Douglas territory. 1st and 10 at the Douglas 48.
We can see if we can move the ball again, hold that clock and just move the ball. We get 4 or 5 yards every play. Let's just do that.
So the Knights on 1st down, huddle at the sideline, then they come to the center of the field, and the ball will be placed again far side hash mark, where you're moving right to left for the Arabian Knights as you listen midway through the first quarter. Snap. Puccio going to hand it off. Aldridge, first run of the game, and he may take it all the way. Aldridge to the 20, and he's finally hit down from behind. Big gap over the left side that time, then some real fine blocking from Hunter Ray and from Jackson East, and that sprung Aldridge for a big gain all the way down to the 20-yard line. So that is a 23-yard carry, and it's 1st and 10, another Citizens Bank and Trust Arabian Knight first down.
Way to go. We down there.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab, as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing, where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find Poplar smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
This is Michael St. John. Clean Right Cleaners has been cleaning and pressing my clothes for over 25 years, and come this time of the year, they give my clothes a special care that lasts another year. Trust the professionals at Clean Right Cleaners to handle all your dry cleaning needs. Open Monday through Saturday in Arab behind Clayton Chevrolet and the fire station. Get your clothes cleaned right at Clean Right Cleaners.
This is Kathy from Clean Right Cleaners. For over 32 years, we've cleaned your clothes and saved you money. Thank you for your business.
There's no better way to brighten up your day.
Brandon Strickland is going to be the split end. The wide receiver out will be a flanker back and Noah Mann. They move the H back over. They gave it to Aldridge again. Same play off that same left tackle position. This time he'll only get about 4 yards.
He tripped over a guy that was already on the ground down there.
Chuck, your field, looks like the Knights up front starting to take a little advantage of the Douglas front four.
I agree with you there. They're getting in the trenches where they're going to win this game. It's starting to look like they're open. That hole for Aldridge there 2 plays ago, you could have drove a Mack truck through it.
Or could have driven Chuck Ellis through it.
That's right.
2nd down and 6. Motion this time from Noah Mann. High snap again. Puccio has to get rid of it in a hurry. Gets it out to Hudson. Hudson down to the 10. Outside to the about the 6-yard line and run out of bounds by Brody Campbell. So they say he got to the 5, a generous spot there as Campbell came over and made the stop. But Hudson made a good move and had that linebacker frozen, got around him, but got into the third level.
Puccio did a good job catching that ball. It was high again. He had to jump up and slap it down and grab it.
Again, Noah Smith is in the, I can see him, he is in the tent with his helmet off. And Ray has moved over to center for the Knights. This time from the left side hash mark, they go bunch formation. Let's call it a squeeze. 2 backs to the left side, give it to Aldridge up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage, gets down to the 1. So that time the Knights ran on an early quick count, and it got Aldridge some daylight, but the stop was made for Douglas by Tanner Edmondson, the outstanding middle linebacker. They marked the ball at the 2-yard line.
They're double teaming that nose guard right there and knocking him out of the way. Now if they line up like that and run to the right, it's going to be wide open out there.
4:20 to play in the first quarter. Knights in the red zone. Ball at the 20-yard, or started at the 48-yard line, is now at the 2. Puccio goes under center this time, hands it off. Aldridge goes into the end zone unmolested. Touchdown, Arabian Knights.
Walks in, nobody around him. That was good. We got a good friend of ours listening, Judge Mitch Floyd, listening. He said, 17 years old. I've never heard that term before.
Off the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard, playing late in the first quarter. Southside's got the lead on May Jemison, 6-0. Scottsboro and Brewer are tied at 7 midway through the first quarter.
Wow.
So we'll give you more scores as they come in. Chad Robertson is keeping an eye on that right here on our Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. Point after coming right now. Snap is back, Wooten to kick. He's got the placement, he's got the kick in the air, and the kick is good. So with 4:04 left to play in the first quarter, the Arabian Knights draw first blood and lead over the Douglas Eagles 7-0. You're listening to the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network.
If your parents and grandparents owned a Ford, odds are they bought theirs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. For over 50 years, Alexander Ford has been known as the Ford store in North Alabama. With some of the same faces you've grown to know and trust, we celebrate our past and are excited about our future. We still do business like we always have without hidden fees and high pressure. You can put your trust in us, just like your parents and grandparents did. Alexander Ford, your family Ford store.
We know you're looking for a reliable vehicle.
Heading to work? Headed to play. Taking the grandkids to the beach.
Every vehicle comes with a warranty for the length of the contract.
And you get a Carfax with every purchase.
We make everything easy, from the application, the approval, or to the payments.
We're not your ordinary buy here, pay here dealer.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Established in 1946, Kirkpatrick Concrete has a tradition of top quality products and service. They now have 11 North Alabama locations to meet this area's demand for quality ready-mix concrete. For your next project, your friends at Kirkpatrick Concrete are just down the road. RE/MAX Heritage in Arab is a proud supporter of the Arab City Schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to the Knights throughout the year. For all your real estate needs, call on the local professional staff at RE/MAX Heritage in Arab. 256-586-4410. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal, community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's Community Channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of Community Channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
Okay. No return. Ground ball to the shortstop. Keelan Green picks it up and runs the length of the field and cuts up around the 30, up near the 32-yard line and run out of bounds. As that kickoff is brought to you by Farmers Insurance and Agent Joshua Jennings. We are football, we are farmers from the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth. We'll get an update on the scoring recap for the Arabian Knights from Chad Robertson momentarily. So Douglas now needing answer points. 1st and 10, they'll start at their own 32-yard line. Their first offensive possession went 4 and out. Or yes, 3 and out. On 4th down, they punted. 1st and 10, shotgun formation. Wall's going to hand it to his tailback. This is a good run off the left side to Watkins. Watkins crosses the 40 all the way up near the first down marker. He may have the initial first down for.
He's a yard short, but that little
he's less than a yard.
That little kid
right
is
on
quick.
It. He is. He got outside in a hurry and ran the short side of the field to cut down on pursuit. 2nd and less than a yard. 3:30 to play. First quarter. Knights up 7-0 on homecoming.
We didn't have anybody over there. Everybody's lined up on this side, so he went to the weak side for us that time and got some good yardage.
Douglas lines up, single protector in front of the quarterbacks. The H-back on the right side. They give it to Watkins again. Watkins got first down. He's across the 45 into the second level of the Arabian Knights and gets the ball all the way up to the 48-yard line. The stop was made for Arab by their linebacker, John Loden and Wyatt Lamar.
He's been all over the field out there. Now, if they keep working those corners like that, they're getting 7 to 9 yards every time. We're going to have to tighten up on the outside.
Douglas trying to get the play in now. Walls goes over, get closer to the coach to get the sign. Watkins is the running back. He is a senior, 5'11", 174. He's quick. We saw him last year.
I like this quarterback, too.
This time they move a flanker, Landon Beck, over to give a blocking situation. He just took it to the outside. Again, this is Watkins. He crosses midfield. The Knights are going to stand him up and knock him down all at the same time at the 48-yard line for a gain of about 4.5 yards. They'll give him 4 to bring up 2nd and 6.
The official had to get between a little extracurricular activity right then between Arab and Douglas, way back there.
Scores we're giving you from the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. Muscle Shoals leading Athens 14-8. Florence over James Clemens 7-0. And Pennington is leading Sachs 7-0. Gadsden City over Lee 7-0. All these scores are in the first quarter. Fairview and Russellville, that's a game we're keeping an eye on. 7-all as they've come to the end of the first quarter. Rolling out, Walls being pressured. Going to stop and throw, and for the second time tonight, his ball gets knocked down.
Yep, and John Loden slapped that sucker down back there.
Before we get another play off, let's get a scoring recap. Courtesy of Southern Elite Realty and to Coach Jeff Gibbs.
Arab goes 48 yards, capped off with Logan Aldridge on a 2-yard touchdown run. The point after by Wooten was good. Your new score, 7-0 Arab.
Myra Tech Restoration broadcast booth. Michael St. John, Ronnie Shoemate, Chad Robertson. Down on the field is our very own Chuck Ellis. And Chuck, Douglas on this drive have found a little magic with their running back.
Yeah, they got a little misdirection they run in there, and it's working for them a couple times. But I think DB coach over here's got that figured out. He's going to shut that down.
Here's Watkins running to the outside. He's quick. He's got inside the 45, inside the 40. That's a Douglas first down at the Arab 37-yard line. Stop was made that time by Braxton Johnson, who came across from his defensive end spot to make the tackle.
We had good pursuit, but he just flat outrun us going that way. He was gaining. We had guys right behind him, but every step he'd get 2 steps in front of everybody.
Well, Douglas has obviously found a little kink in the armor, Chad, and they're running on the outside. We knew that the Knights, we've always said the Knights have had trouble in containment outside the hashes, but tonight those sweep plays are costing us some yardage.
Oh, they're getting on the edge and just taking it to us on the edge right here. Douglas has a 5-yard drive, a 5-play drive going around there, marching right down the field on Arab.
It reminds me of the old days we played in Lee High School out of Huntsville, how they work corners out there.
So it's taken a while to get this play in. We had a problem with the play clock. It's just now started to roll. Minute and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Knights are leading, but Douglas is driving there at the Arab 37-yard line. Near side hash mark. Moving left to right as you listen late in the first quarter. Here's Kenyon Watkins again, and he doesn't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, and he is covered up there. His tackle was made by Landon Ertl for the Knights.
They remind me of the uniforms, kind of looks like Nebraska out there. That's why I was sitting here thinking, who is that? That's the old Nebraska game.
Well, if you remember back in the day when we did some of these games, they had that they do have a Nebraska look to them, but they had the big block D on the helmet, just like the block N. But Coach Brandon Lyles, of course, played for Douglas back in 2001-2-3, and we did a game when he was an outstanding lineman for them. Here's the snap. Walls hands it off. Kenyon Watkins again in the middle. They're not getting a lot in the middle, Chuck. They're having a lot of success on the outside. I think Chuck's down there.
Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was just made a comment about Douglas being good on the inside run. We've come to the end of the first quarter, and the score is Arab 7, Douglas nothing, but the Douglas Eagles are driving. When we come back to the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth, you're listening to the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373. As the Electric Board of Gunnersville, we want you to know that we are your partner in the community, and we hope our commitment, character, and integrity shine through every time you meet us as we empower our community to be the best it can be.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Are moving the football on the Arabian Nights. What play number are we in?
They're fixing to snap number 8.
Their 8th play of this drive, coming as a answer drive to the Arabian Nights touchdown drive that started in Douglas territory on a short field. Walls rolling out, wants to throw, gets rid of it as he's hit, thrown downfield. It's batted away and almost intercepted by Landon Strickland. But just went off the top of his hands, and we were lucky that the receiver for Boaz, who got behind Strickland, didn't come up with that tip ball.
Yeah, he went up and grabbed it, knocked it up in the air, and I thought either he was going to get it or Wyatt Lamar was going to go up there and get it.
Well, Keelan Green was closer to it. So it is 4th down for Douglas and 4th and 8. And I'm looking to see if they may want to call a timeout here. 11:53 to play in the first half. Knights are leading by the score of 7-0. Douglas had a good drive going. They had a couple of long runs on the outside, and then they went to the inside game and didn't get anything. On 4th down, they'll go for it. Walls back to pass. Here comes pressure, going for all of it. Hess's man streaking into the end zone. Incomplete, no flags, and the ball will go over on downs, and the Knights will get good field position at the 35-yard line with 11:46 to play in the first half.
That quarterback's got an arm. He was standing on the 48-yard line, and the ball went out of the end zone down there.
Chuck, the difference that we're going to see about this quarterback, we've had up against, this seems to be quarterback year when the Arabian Knights are playing these teams, and Walls is a good quarterback, but he doesn't have that accuracy outside of 20 yards, and even the coach mentioned that.
I was just thinking that myself. He's got a strong arm, but just lacks a little bit of inaccuracy. You know, he gets that down, he's going to be dangerous to deal with. What year is he?
He is a senior. And we've seen him play we've seen him the last 2 years. This is his 4th year.
Seems like he's been here 6 years.
Yes, this is his 4th year starting.
He's a large young man, that's for sure.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Arabian Knights, 11:48 to play, and the Knights are going to take a timeout. There's some confusion on the field, and we'll take it with them. Your score, 7-0, with 11:46 to play in the first half on the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Gunnersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab, as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Sorry.
High snap. Bushio going to keep it, rolling to the right side, has the 40, gets outside to the 50. He's down to the 45 and steps out of bounds, the 41-yard line, and then is plowed into. I don't think that was intentional. I think that young man just couldn't stop.
Well, he was already Puccio was out of bounds and stopped, and the other guy just ran into him. But I think he tripped over his own feet, though.
Well, we're
going to
two.
have offsetting.
Yeah,
we'll be offsetting here.
We got holding on the Arabian Nights, right?
Yeah.
Good eye, Chuck. So it will be offsetting penalties. Now, it'll be interesting because the holding penalty, if they'll assess that and then assess the dead ball, that's what they'll do.
Yep.
So they will assess the holding penalty from the 41-yard line, which was well into the run, about 6 yards into the run. So this will be a 10-yard holding penalty down to the 30. And then they'll turn around and march off 15 yards from the 30 to put it back at the 45-yard line. And will probably give the Arabian Nights a first down, or at least very close to it.
All right, the first quarter, Arab had the ball 4 minutes and 46 seconds, had total yards of 106 yards in the first quarter, 71 rushing, 35 passing.
So the Knights about 100 yards.
106.
106. So it will be, after these mark-offs, it will be first down for the Arabian Nights, a Citizens Bank and Trust Arabian Night, first down by penalty at the 46-yard line. 7-0 is your score. Knights scored on their second offensive possession on a short field. Douglas had a drive going, and it bogged down at about the 25-yard line, and they couldn't put it in. So it's 7-0, 11:37 to play in the first half. On homecoming at Arab School Sportsplex. Single sidebar, and now a whistle before things can get underway. And let's check what the whistle's about.
It's not the clock.
The the head linesman across the way was the gentleman that blew his whistle and came running to talk to the referee. But it is 1st and 10 for the Arabian Nights. They're at their own 46-yard line.
He didn't give any signals. I don't know what that was about.
Maybe where to eat after the game? Speaking of eating.
He could eat at Crystal's Bar and Grill there at the shop today. Crystal Wright fed us again, folks.
She's going to open up a store there at the radio station.
Or in the furniture store either. We'll talk about it here in a second.
1st and 10, Knights now. Everything's set. They bring motion towards the box. And a penalty marker goes down, and somebody moved.
All right.
It's against the Knights.
Douglas Eagles had the ball 3 minutes and 28 seconds first quarter, and they had a total of 38 rushing yards and no receiving. So we had 106, and they had 38 first quarter.
Anxious to get an update on scores for the Priceville Bulldogs there at West Point. For the Brewer Patriots at Scottsboro, they were at a 7-all tie. That was playing in the first quarter, but also to get an update on the Fife Red Devils in Sylvania. That's a big game. Coach Benefield has never lost back-to-back games this century with the Fife Red Devils.
Yep.
There comes motion again. They're going to try to get this play off, and it's a counter play going to Aldridge. Got a good block off left tackle. He gets across the 45, and he's up near midfield, and he will be knocked down, and it will be 2nd down and 7 for the Arabian Nights. The tackle was made by that big lineman, Chance McClendon, 6'5", 296 senior. Chad, it seems like we run across somebody that's been eating a lot of hamburgers in the middle of that line every week this year.
Yeah, some big boys out there playing football this year for sure. Last week against Academy, the 660 pounds combined between two nose guards, and the one tonight here in Douglas, he's a fine-looking young man as well.
Knight's going to bunch it up. Now they're going to send 2 wideouts. That's Noah Mann. He'll be a split in. In the slot is Landon Strickland. Fake on the handoff to Aldridge. Puccio looking downfield, just puts it up, coming back to the ball and incomplete. Good coverage by Douglas as the guy that they've got, it's literally number 1 on number 1. Brody Campbell is covering Landon Strickland every time he goes out. So they're playing a combination zone and man, but they're putting their best corner on our best receiver, Chuck, every time the Knights send him in the pass play.
Yeah, they're putting on Allen out here, and he's doing a pretty good job so far.
So 3rd down, possession situation for the Knights, 10:43 to play in the first half, and somebody is going to take a timeout, and I think the Knights are going to take another timeout. some confusion out there. Again, new center in the ball game for the Arabian Knights, so they may have something to do with this. And at 10:35 to play in the first half, we'll keep it here. But it looks like the Arabian Knights, a little bit of confusion up front. You know, when you lose a center, Ronnie, not only do you lose the man that snaps the ball, you lose the man that's giving the blocking assignments to the rest of your front line.
That's where it all starts. You can't do anything until he moves that ball. He's got to know what's going on. Now, 10 minutes due east of us is homecoming two at Brindley Mountain High School, and currently they're leading Asbury 8-7 late in the first quarter.
That coming to you from our Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard, as again we are running without our scorekeeper tonight in Travis Lane, but he'll be back in 2 weeks. No game next week for the Arabian Knights, but you'll have a live football game on Friday night on Fun Radio with the Fife Red Devils playing Whitesburg Christian.
Yep.
And so
we had our meal today. Crystal fixed meatloaf that was unbelievable, mashed potatoes. We had baked beans, cornbread, salad. Oh, it was good. Oh.
South of here, Southeastern leading Susan Moore 14-0. They've just started the second quarter. 3rd down and 8. Puccio rolling to the right side. Got coverage. Pass is well overthrown. It was intended to Strickland, but he shot it well over his head. So it'll be 4th down, and the Knights more than likely will punt the ball away. And I say that because in the Guntersville game, we went for it on every 4th down.
Yeah, we hadn't done any. We don't punt a lot this year, and we don't kick field goals. This could be a short punt. We've seen that happen a lot.
Plainview Bears leading Madison County 14-0. That is in the second quarter, and that is homecoming at Plainview. Collinsville leading Geraldine 6-0. Geraldine put it on Boaz last week. So.
I think everybody's having a homecoming tonight.
Fife leading Sylvania 14-3. In that game. Now the Knights are going to go for it. Pass is all the way down.
He caught it.
And it was caught by Noah Mann. He barely stepped in bounds, but he got 1 foot down, and a good play and a good tackle as the Knights looked like they were going to short kick it. And then Puccio just threw a fast, quick out to Mann for the first down, 12 yards, and that was Justin Murray on the stop.
He wanted to kick it. He looked up and saw Noah down here open, and he brought it back up and zipped it to him. So we got 14. We needed 10.
Good game over in Decatur tonight. Huntsville is playing at Austin, who is unbeaten. Austin leading in the first quarter 10-6 over the Huntsville Crimson Panthers. 1st and 10 for the Arabian Knights. A Citizens Bank and Trust first down at the 40-yard line. Puccio on the quarterback keep. This is the draw play. Penalty marker goes down. He'll get down to the 30-yard line, but I think we may have a block in the back or a hold.
Where's the flag?
I thought I saw a flag go in. Nope, they're saying there's no flag, so it's a first down.
I didn't see one. That's why I was trying to figure out what it was.
11-yard gain, 1st and 10 for Drew Puccio.
That nose guard for Douglas is 6'5", 295.
Wow.
I've actually got him at 296, so I got my weights from the coach. He's been eating his Wheaties.
He's got to duck his head, and he walks across that walkway from the school to the stadium over there.
Good point. So it's 1st and 10. Knights are at the 30-yard line. Far side hash mark, moving left to right. Here's the snap. Puccio hands it off to Aldridge, and he's got 9 yards. Boy, all of a sudden they are gashing Douglas's defense between the tackles. And down on the field, our very own sideline reporter Chuck Ellis, boy, those are some big holes that all of a sudden the Knights are opening up inside.
Must have a penalty.
Yeah, they are. He said he wanted,
holding
on them, so that,
that penalty flag went in. I could have saw a hold on that previous play, and I thought the referee reached for his flag, and I said flag it down because the hold was obvious on the previous play. So obviously whoever got away with it the first time didn't get away with it this time.
Right.
Yep. Very uncharacteristic for the Knights here. This is the 4th penalty of the first half.
So it's a penalty brings it all the way back to the 39-yard line. Nothing is as devastating than that personal foul on a dead ball.
I don't like these high snaps either.
New center, of course, in the game. Noah Smith's on the sideline in the 10th. They give it up the middle, and this is Drew Aldridge, and he's going to run all the way down to the 23-yard line. He got the penalty yardage back and more, so it'll be 2nd and 5.
It's about where we were a while ago.
So, again, a great run by Aldridge, and again, gashing the middle of this Douglas defensive front. 9:12 to play in the first half. Knights are driving again, leading 7-0. They're at the Douglas 22-yard line. Checking with the quarterback is the left tackle, Jackson East. Now he gets his hand on the ground. Here's the snap. Aldridge is going to get the ball, and this time nowhere to go. I think maybe that time, Chad, that Douglas may have been in some kind of stunt, and East realized it and tried to communicate it to the quarterback, but not enough time to change the play.
That's exactly what happened, because they took us for a loss right there, 3rd and about 5.
We had Landon wide open over on 10-yard line. They didn't have a single defender on him over here, Landon Strickland.
And this will be a 3rd and 5 for the Arabian Knights. Conversion down in 4-down territory, which almost the entire field has become for the Knights. On 3rd and 5, here's the snap. Puccio rolling out, throws it, and the ball was hit and tapped. And I believe the man that got his hand on it was Xander Ottinger.
Number 8.
And, that was Ottinger, and it was incomplete. Brody Campbell was covering on Landon Strickland.
He was open, but the ball was slapped down right there just about the time he let go of it.
Tough for me to call Brody Campbell's name, being that my son's name is Cody Campbell.
Yeah, we had a Brody Campbell a few years ago here.
Yeah, we did. You're right. And Joshua was up in the booth, and his mama made him leave, but he was spotting for us. He always goes for the binoculars.
I had my hand in front of the binoculars. He was like, "What's going on?" Everything. I'd move it. He couldn't see me doing it.
Here's the snap, 4th down with an open backfield. Puccio's going to escape, and he's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Drew Puccio. That was sneaky, quick, fast, and Douglas didn't know what hit him.
What a read.
No flags.
Chuck, that was an interesting call.
That was a great read by the young man. That was an awesome RPO, and he just read that thing perfectly. Keyed on the defensive end, took it, kept it, give him 6.
So the Arabian Knights jump up 13-0 with 8:15 to play in the first half. Wooten will attempt the point after, the man that did the duties. Puccio to hole. High snap, got it down. Kick is up, kick is in the air, and that kick is good. So with 8:15 to play in the first half, the Knights on homecoming jump up to a 14-0 lead over the Douglas Eagles. You're listening to the Fun Radio Football Network.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh. Quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network on Fun 92.7 WAFN-FM, ARAB Huntsville and HD1. Here's the kickoff. It is fumbled by a Douglas player, scrambled for it at the 26-yard line, but I think he came back up with it. That was Keelan Green, who grabbed the ball, dropped the ball, and then fell on the ball, but no return on the kickoff on that high pooch kick. And Douglas will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Time for a check of the Arabian Nights scoring drive, brought to you by Southern Elite Realty and the coach, Jeff Gibbs.
Arab goes 65 yards on 13 plays, capped off by a 4th and 5, 23-yard touchdown run by Drew Puccio. The point after was good. Your new score, 14-0 Arab.
This time Douglas goes empty backfield. Walls gets the direct snap and takes it right up the middle. He tried to Puccio it, but only got 3 yards out of it.
He did all he could do.
Wyatt Lamar was the man that made the stop for the Arabian Nights. He had a little help back there from Peyton Jackson. 2nd down and 7. Knights lead, 7:50 to play in the first half. It's a 14-0 score. Walls, single setback next to him is Watkins. They were doing damage with Watkins to the outside. Guess what? They give it to him on the outside. He's got a 1st down and more. All the way up to the 40, the 41-yard line, and he is knocked down there, and Arabian Night, Watkins is still laying on the turf. He is down, and he's going to have to be attended to. I think maybe that time he fell on the football, and it knocked the wind out of him. So they're going to attend to Watkins, but as I say that, he takes his helmet off and gets up, and he's saying, yep, he's winded. That's exactly what happened.
He's been toting the mail for him all night long.
Chuck, he's got to learn to take that football when he's being hit and cradle it and not take it in the gut.
I tell you what, I've experienced the same thing a few times. I remember whenever I was a peewee football player, it happened to me one time and knocked the wind out of me, and Daddy said he caught my mom climbing the fence to stop her because she's come to check on me. She said, I'm going to check on my baby. I was 8 years old running the wing, the left halfback in the wishbone, 8 through 12 by day of Georgia.
I remember you jogging over there one time you got the wind knocked out of you.
That's right.
Oh, do we have to bring that up? 1st and 10, here's Walls up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage and knocked down by Wyatt Lamar. Wyatt Lamar read that play perfectly as they were setting up that quarterback draw, and they may be taking a play out of the Arabian Nights playbook, Chad, but Walls doesn't run it quite the same way that Drew Puccio does.
Very, very good defensive stop there by the Knights. Bring up 2nd and 10. Arab's defense right now has given up 1 over on downs and 1 3 and out.
6:50 to play in the half. 14-0 Knights on top. Walls with an empty backfield. Out of the gun, going to throw it, rolling to the right side, sidearms it, passes complete, hit immediately, gain of 1. Boy, nice pitch and catch, but you're not going to get anything over on Max Cooper. He's learned his lesson, and that time he was on that receiver like a lightning bug on a June bug.
They may have just started talking to him again.
May have been the best pass he thrown all night.
Did you see how he came sideline with that, Chuck? Or side?
Oh, yeah, it was a pass, pretty pass.
Coming, looked like a baseball pitcher side-arming that one. So it's 3rd down, possession down again for Douglas. They've been behind the sticks on their possession so far tonight, something that Coach Brandon Lyles did not want to see, but the Knights have forced that by their defense. Here's Walls back to pass. Here comes pressure, going to have to get rid of it. Incomplete. That might be intentional grounding. Yeah. Nobody's in the neighborhood.
Just Arab. He went past the line of scrimmage. He was out of the box, but they're talking about it. There's no receivers over there.
The back judge is coming in, but no flag on that, so it will be 4th down, and Douglas will have to punt the ball away. Well, Walls right now, and he is a proficient passer, but what we're seeing happen is that he is getting a lot of pressure from the Arabian Nights, and they've been called. That's the 3rd blitz package they've had tonight.
Yeah, they had 3 right on him. One was holding him when he threw the ball.
So 4th down. This game seems to be, it seems to be moving, but it seems to be like slowly. It's almost like we're in slow motion. You get that from the last couple of games? This one, it seems like we're in slow motion. Puccio's back by himself, snap to Walls. Ooh. They almost blocked it, may have got a hand on it. He'll knock it down at the 38, takes a Douglas roll to the 33, and a penalty marker is down back where the kicker got the ball away, and he may be running into the kicker.
I didn't think he hit him. He says he did. Yep.
Running into the kicker. Now, there are 2 penalties in high school. One is a 5-yard penalty for running into the kicker, and the other one is a 15-yard for roughing the kicker, and I think that was the single for running into the kicker.
Yeah, it's going to be 5 yards. That'll make it 4th and 4 or 5. They might change it.
Douglas will have their opportunity to take or decline the penalty. I wouldn't want to. I'd honestly want to re-kick this one because I think you can
do it better. You get them back pinned deeper back.
Indeed. So they're
talking to the coach now.
Yeah, they're talking to Coach Lyles, and he's saying, "Yep, let's do this one over again." I think is what he's saying.
I'm trying to get an update, Brindley Mountain, and nobody will let me know anything.
Okay. Some other scores off the Gilbert and Beaufort in game. J.B. Pennington leading Sachs 14-0. That's in the second quarter. Muscle Shoals 21-14 over Athens in the second quarter. Fairview has taken the lead on Russellville. It's 14-7 at Russellville tonight. Hartselle and Coleman, no score still. Last night, of course, St. John Paul the Deuce lost to New Hope.
And what about the Columbia Eagles? They broke a record all time. You think about it, number one in the state, 87 consecutive
So they
losses.
did break the record last night.
Cody the computer, we talked about that today.
Brewer and Scottsboro still tied at 7. Direct snap to Puccio, single man in the backfield. He's just going to run it himself. And a good tackle out on the perimeter. Got him at the 38-yard line, and coming up to grab him and knock him down was Brody Campbell.
Can you imagine 87 consecutive losses?
You know, I was out there at practice before the season started and met their coach and talked to some of the players. The players he had out there, and he had about 43 out at that time, they had a good attitude about them. And I watched practice, and I thought they did a fine job in practice. But, boy, they could. But, again, are they a 6A, correct?
Yes.
Oh, danger, Will Robinson. Handoff, double reverse coming. It's a pass back to Puccio. He's got it back at the 25-yard line. There's a lot of white jerseys around. He escaped. Houdini got away at the 30 and gets back up to the 34-yard line. They'll lose 3 yards on the play, but a little backyard football that time for the Knights.
Yep, Brindley Mountain is up 14-7 now over Asbury.
All right, and Douglas defender make that Brody Campbell again making the stop. He's the leading tackler tonight for the Douglas Eagles. 4:40 to play in the first half. If you're just joining us, the Knights scored on their second offensive possession and their third, and they are in the lead 14-0 over the Douglas Eagles. Region game for homecoming tonight from Arab Schools Sportsplex. 3rd and 8 and a whistle and a timeout. Douglas wants it. We'll take it with them. 4:27 to play in the half. 14-0 Good Guys on the Fun Radio Superior RV Football Network.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
We never set out to be J.P. Morgan or Wells Fargo. We set out to be Citizens Bank and Trust and to serve the community as a community bank, and we're content with that.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Third down and long pass from Puccio off the fingertips of a streaking Landon Strickland in double coverage at the 20-yard line. That was a line drive. Had he put some air under that, I think we'd have had a touchdown on that
Landon's
one.
upset with himself. He had it in both hands. Look, he was 3 steps behind the nearest defender. He hit him right in the hands. He dropped that one.
All right, last time, 4th down, the Arabian Knights looked to punt, and then at the last minute, Puccio saw something he liked and took it and got a big run for a 1st down. Let's see if they'll punt the ball away this time. Campbell is deep for Douglas. He'll stand back at his own 30-yard line. We're down to 4:15 to play in the half. 14-0, the Arabian Nights lead. Here comes the rugby-style kick. Puccio line drives it. Campbell's going to let it bounce. It'll take a Arabian Night bounce. Campbell picks it up and fell to his knees. I think he wanted to run with the ball.
I think his foot went out from under him.
Indeed. So as the Knights flip the field, Douglas will take over in their worst field position of the night. 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. Chuck Ellis, does this game have sort of a we're playing this in a bog kind of feel to you?
Yeah, it is. It's still pretty humid out here, and these guys are playing like it may be. But I think you'll see a different ball game come second half. These coaches are getting pretty fired up with a few of the players, and it's going to become a line of scrimmage game. And I think it's already become a line of scrimmage game. Trenches for Arab. So,
is Noah Smith still under the tent?
He's actually out of the tent, and he's got the ice on his left knee.
Handoff going to running back this time for Douglas is Keelan Green, and he'll get about 4 yards. You know, one thing, Douglas, this drive, Chad, is an important drive for Douglas because if they can score on this drive, they will get the opening kickoff of the second half. Then you're right back in the ball game, so they need to make something happen right here.
And Douglas has proved they can move the ball, especially on their edges right now, so they could take a long drive down the field, score, and get the ball second half, as you said.
They're burning the clock right now, though.
3:36 to play in the half. Douglas operating at their own 22-yard line. Here comes motion across the middle. Here's the ball. He's going to give it on the inside, and nothing for the Arabian Nights. They gave up nothing to Kenyon Watkins. You know, that time the blocking looked like they were in a pass block. That was a miscommunication because it looked like Douglas was in a pass block mode because all their linemen stood right up.
Yeah, he lost 2 yards on that. Makes it 3rd and a long 6 right now for him.
Dawson Wilson was up there for the Arabian Nights very quickly to stop up that hole. 3rd down, and I will call it a good 6. Clock continuing to run. Douglas trying to make a conversion. I don't think they've had a 3rd down conversion tonight, have they, Chad?
One. Yes, they have.
One. So on 3rd down, let's see what the Douglas Eagles decide to do. Walls has not been very accurate throwing it. He's going to throw it this time. Line drive pass is complete. He's got the 1st down up near the 30-yard line as the pass was into the hands of the big 6'5" senior Landon Beck. And Beck came down with that ball and has a Douglas 1st down.
Those kids named Landon can catch the football out there. You know, I was looking, I was talking about Columbia a while ago. They've had a football team for 19 years, and they're on their 15th head coach.
How many wins in 19 years? We know they've had 86 losses,
87 losses. The best they ever did, I think, was 2 wins one year over there.
Wow.
I think I got a total like 5 wins in 19 years. They don't even give the head coach a key to the school. Somebody else has to let him in. He may not be there that long.
1st down and 10 for the Douglas Eagles. They're going to bring motion, and they'll reset before the snap. Handoff going to Keelan again, and Kenyon Watkins. I call him Keelan. Kenyon gets away. He's at the 40, 45, 50. He's into night territory in a touchdown saving tackle for the Arabian Nights all the way down to the 41-yard line as that stop was made by
Evan Jones. Yeah, Evan Jones, a 6'2", 164-pound junior. That kid did a heck of a job running that football there.
He did. He came out of a lot of traffic to get that ball out.
Had a lot of yak right there, yards after contact.
All right, it is a 1st and 10, Douglas and Arab territory at the 42. Let's see if they put it in the air again. Fake on play action. Walls wants to throw. He's pressured now. Finally gets the pass away. Incomplete. It was a mistake, a missed signal between his wideouts on the wide side of the field, Kenyon Green and Brody Campbell. They stopped as if it was a stop route, and the ball went flying over their heads, and a penalty marker is dropped.
They're going to back it up. They got a hold it here against Douglas.
I think it's illegal.
Illegal man downfield?
Yeah, I think it's.
Okay. I thought.
The penalties declined. It'll be 2nd down.
Okay.
So the Arab would rather have the down than the penalty. And 1:26 to play. Clock has stopped going into half. Douglas trying to put something on the board, trailing 14-0. They get the ball to start the second half with the second half kickoff.
Guys, these young men have got some fight in them. That's for sure.
On 1st down, Kason Walls, the quarterback, the senior, gets the snap, hands it off. This is Kenyon Watkins, and Watkins is going to get about 5, maybe 6 yards to the 38-yard line. Douglas has 1 timeout remaining, but they're not going to take it at this point to bring up 3rd down and 5 from the 38-yard line.
If they get 10, 12 more yards, they'll kick a field goal. That kid there is tough. Watkins is going to be tired come halftime.
He is a senior, 5'11", 174, and plays both ways, and has had the football in his mist about 2/3 of the time, maybe 3/4 of the time when Douglas is on offense. Here's the snap. Walls back to pass, pressure coming, throw, penalty marker goes down. I think we're going to get a defensive hold. I think this is going to be a defensive hold against the Arabian Knights because the flag came in very early.
Yeah, I saw it too.
From the deep back. Let's see what he says.
Yep. At halftime, our Marshall County Gas District halftime report. We'll have scores on our Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. Guntersville leading Grissom 19-0, by the way. Scottsboro and Brewer in the second quarter still tied at 7, and Southeastern running over Susan Moore 21-0. That is midway through the second quarter. Geraldine and Collinsville are tied at 6. Plainview leading Madison County 20-6. All that courtesy of the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. So 1st and 10 after the defensive holding penalty against the Arabian Knights. We'll put the ball at the 27-yard line. Far side hash mark. Douglas moving right to left late in the second quarter. Snap. Walls wants to throw. Here comes pressure. He's going to run it this time. Steps outside, and he'll go out of bounds, and a penalty marker goes down after all of that. And this may be a hold, but it could be the other way. Let's see. It is holding against Douglas. That was a running back blocking for his quarterback in trouble, and
almost tackled him. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They were doing a doozy-doo or dozy-do or whatever it's called.
That took him out of field goal range right there, boys.
And that holding penalty, by the way, was behind the line of scrimmage, Chad. So that's going to be more than a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah,
that's a drive killer right there.
38 seconds. Douglas needs to go to the end zone on a couple of plays if they can get time for Kason Wells. That's one thing you might want to mention to the coach. Our defensive pressure on the quarterback, Douglas's quarterback, has been very good in the first half. Chuck will have Coach Kyle Roughton at halftime real quickly as he goes into the booth. Walls wants to throw back all the way at his own 45-yard line and will throw the ball at the feet of his defender, or rather his receiver, Landon Beck was up at the 35-yard line.
Now, when he interviews the coach, do you want him to come up here real quick so we get the microphone over there to hear the homecoming?
Absolutely.
So you're going to have to sprint back over here, Chuck.
And by the way, at halftime, boys,
I'll be there.
We got to talk at halftime because our halftime guy is on assignment, so we'll have to do all the halftime ourselves.
Well, yeah. I'm a politician. I'll just start talking until I think of something to say.
I'll let you and Chuck talk. Chad and I will go downstairs and get a hot dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Chad's all about them hot dogs. He don't have to go. They bring them up here to him. He knows somebody.
So it's 2nd down and 22 for Douglas. Ball at the 38 in Arab territory. Walls is going to throw it out, and it's going to be intercepted. Landon Strickland got the air ball at the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Big change of possession. Touchdown Arabian Knights. Landon Strickland on an interception of 66 yards, and the Knights now suddenly have this one in check, 20-0.
9 blue jerseys escorted him in there, and it was the only person that was a white jersey was a quarterback, and he didn't even go after him.
You know, Walls looked like he was trying to get rid of the ball, but he didn't throw it with enough energy on it to get it out of bounds. Landon Strickland got it 1 foot in bounds at the 34, and he was off to the races.
Yep, he caught that ball. There was no doubt about it.
Yeah, he never looked him off. He stared him down. So that was an easy one there.
So the Knights tried to tack on the 21st point of the first half with 16 seconds remaining to play. Wooten will attempt. Puccio to hole. Snap is back. Defensive touchdown. Point after is up, and it is good. So 16 seconds to play in the first half. We will keep it right here as we'll be going into the Marshall County Gas District halftime show in just a few minutes. We'll review some of the scores real quickly we've got coming up on our Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. Southside leading May Jemison in the second quarter 7-0. Grissom and Guntersville on Guntersville's homecoming, and it's all Wildcats 19-0. DAR and Randolph, no score. They're playing still in the first quarter. Scottsboro and Brewer are tied at 7. They're midway through the second quarter. Susan Moore trailing Southeastern, and they are trailing 21-6. What town is Southeastern High School in?
It's down there below. It's down there below All Good.
Renlap.
Now,
Remlap. Now, what is Remlap?
Remlap is Palmer spelt backwards.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Two
Palmer.
brothers in Blount County opened two areas. One was Remlap and one was Palmer. They were brothers. They're about 5 miles apart.
So it was not Palmer 1, Palmer 1 and Palmer 2.
No, yeah.
And north of that is All Good.
All good, my friend. Well, all is good for the Arabian Nights, and while we have this break before we have kickoff, why don't we go ahead and get the scoring drive recap brought to you by Southern Elite Realty and the coach, Jeff Gibbs.
Landon Strickland gets a pick 6 of 66 yards. Wooten's PAT is good. Your new score, 21-0 Arab.
Boy, I'll tell you, the defense has really come to play. They have found their groove over the past couple of games. Actually did not play a bad game against Dunnersville in the second half.
Correct.
But they have really found their groove the past 2 weeks. Last week shutting out Madison Academy, and tonight dominating this football game defensively. The Knights have got 21 points on the board. That's not to say it's been a bad offensive effort, but the defense has really set the table for the offense.
Yeah, they have. We just got to pick it up, keep moving. We got to update up Brindley Mountain over here. The Asbury Rams have come back 21-14 over Brindley Mountain, almost halftime.
Wow. You know, Brindley Mountain and Asbury, you would think that would be a Brindley Mountain just, for some reason, can't take the measure of Asbury. They can beat DAR at times and some of the other schools, but it's been a while. Here's the kick. High floater taken. It'll be taken at the 30-yard line, moving to the left side. This is Kenyon Green, and Green is going to be hit at around the 29, 30-yard line. He caught the ball at the 28 and ran 50 yards towards his bench and got a yard.
Going back to Arab's defense, this is what they've done tonight. 3 and out, over on downs, forced a punt, and a pick 6.
Wow. If you got 4 possessions and a half, those are the 4 you'd like to have. Chuck Ellis, your impression of this Arabian Night defense?
Their style. They look. I mean, the way they look whenever they would play Taylorsville. Their front 5 or front 4 there, they're tough. I mean, they're quick, big, and agile. And they get in there and they get on you quick.
1st and 10 for the Douglas Eagles. They're going to fold up the tent and go into halftime and hopefully do something with the second half kickoff. First half is in the books, and the Knights are ahead 21-0. Chuck Ellis is going to catch up with the coach.
All right, Coach, how you feel about that first half? Everything good? Looking good for you?
Yeah, it was a good play by Landon. You know, got some pressure on the quarterback, and you know, we've got to make some adjustments up front offensively. We're struggling right now. We're not putting drives together. You know, we've had some stupid penalties. We got to clean some of that stuff up in the second half.
I have a feeling you're about to go do that, Coach. Good luck to you in the second half.
Great job, Chuck Ellis. Good job with Coach Roughton.
All right, 40-yard dash up the bleachers.
There you go. Our sideline reports all season long this year brought to you by your friends at One Source Roofing. You need a new roof or need a repair, they're the folks to call. One Source Roofing. It's halftime. Coming up, the Marshall County Gas District halftime report. We'll recap action in the first half, run down all the games on the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard, and we'll do it from right here at our Firotech Restoration broadcast booth on Homecoming. Your score at halftime, Knights 21, Douglas nothing. You're listening to the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find Poplar Smoker Grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
This is Michael St. John. Clean Right Cleaners has been cleaning and pressing my clothes for over 25 years, and come this time of the year, they give my clothes a special care that lasts another year. Trust the professionals at Clean Right Cleaners to handle all your dry cleaning needs. Open Monday through Saturday in Arab behind Clayton Chevrolet and the fire station. Get your clothes cleaned right at Clean Right Cleaners.
This is Kathy from Clean Right Cleaners. For over 32 years, we've cleaned your clothes and saved you money. Thank you for your business.
There's no better way to brighten up your day.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, the Douglas High School Marching Band. the Douglas Eagle High School Marching Band.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the 2024 Arab High School Homecoming Chorus. Our freshman attendant this evening is Miss Abigail Grace Smith. Abigail Grace is the daughter of Jeff and Samantha Smith and is being escorted tonight by her father. She is a junior varsity cheerleader, competition cheerleader, and has been a member of the Arab High tennis team for 2 years. She serves as secretary of the freshman class and is the freshman representative with the Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America. Abigail Grace is also a member of the Health Occupation Students of America, and she attends the Arab Wesleyan Church. Our freshman attendant, Miss Abigail Grace Smith. Our sophomore attendant is Meredith Mays. Meredith is the daughter of Clint and Angela Mays and is being escorted tonight by her father. She is a member of the Future Farmers of America, the Knights Leadership Academy, and is a class officer with the Future Healthcare Professionals. Meredith is a student athletic trainer, has been a member of the Equestrian Elite Riding Academy 9 years, and is a member of the Pleasant Valley Baptist Church. Our sophomore attendant, Miss Meredith Mays. Our junior attendant is Bailey Parks. Haley is the daughter of Shane and Melissa Parks and is being escorted tonight by her father. She is a member of the Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America, the HOSA Future Health Professionals, and the Spirit Club. Haley is the junior class vice president and has been a member of the A-Rob Varsity Swim Team 4 years, the A-Rob Musical Theater 6 years. She attends the Old Bracers Chapel Church. Our junior attendant, Miss Bailey Parks. Now our senior attendants, Miss Kinley Howard. Kinley is the daughter of William Howard and Haley Howard. She has been a member of the A-Rob Marching Band 5 years, serving as drum major for 2 years. She also plays clarinet in the concert band and tenor sax in the jazz band. Kinley is a member of the Future Business Leaders of America and the Beta Club. She played on the Lady Knights soccer team for 5 years and is a member of the Eva Church of Christ. Senior attendant, Kinley Howard. Addison Harrell. Addison is the daughter of Jared Harrell and Eli and Andrea Smith and is being escorted tonight by her stepfather, Eli. She is the class representative for the Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America and is a state champion in star events. Addison is a member of the Interact Club and the Spirit Club and was a member of the A-Rob volleyball team 5 years, including the state runner-up teams in 2022 and 23. She attends the Old Bracers Chapel Church. Senior attendant, Addison Harrell. Final attendant, Bennett Elrod. Bennett is the daughter of Ben and Tiffany Elrod and is being escorted tonight by her father. Bennett has been a member of the varsity volleyball team 4 years, where she made All-County, All-Area, and All-State, and is a member of the 2024 North-South volleyball team. She's been a member of the varsity basketball team 5 years, making All-County and All-State. She is the treasurer of the senior class and is a member of HOSA, the Future Health Professionals, the Senior Health Science Internship Program, the Beta Club, the Student Council, the Interact Club, the Spirit Club, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. She attends the Gully Springs Baptist Church. Senior attendant, Bennett Elrod. Now welcome to the field our returning queen, Sarah Beth Solerin. Sarah Beth is the daughter of Patrick and Summer Solerin. Sarah Beth passes along. She's honored to have been elected the 2023 A-Rob High Homecoming Queen by her class and enjoyed every minute since being crowned. Sarah Beth graduated this past May and is now attending Auburn University, where she is majoring in exercise science and plans to pursue a career in pediatric physical therapy. She's a part of the Delta 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 sorority, is a student leader in the Auburn School of Kinesiology, and attends the First Baptist Church of Opelika. Sarah Beth would like to wish the next Homing Queen the best of luck, and she cannot wait to see the amazing things she will do. Our returning queen, Sarah Beth Solerin. Presenting the crown tonight as well will be SCA President Ali Cavender, and presenting the flowers, Senior Class Vice President Wesley Aziz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. Our new A-Rob High School homecoming queen is Miss Kinley Howard. Kinley is the daughter of William Howard and Haley Howard. Member of the marching band 5 years, she's the drum major and has been for a couple of years. Also a member of the Beta Club, among other things. Let's give her a big hand. Our new A-Rob High School homecoming queen, Miss Kinley Howard.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
We never set out to be J.P. Morgan or Wells Fargo. We set out to be Citizens Bank and Trust and to serve the community as a community bank, and we're content with that.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Farmers Insurance and Agent Joshua Jennings. We are football, we are Farmers, and we are underway in the second half as Wooten will kick things off. Douglas with twin safeties deep, but Wooten ain't going to put it down there. He's going to kick it out of bounds, in fact, and they'll get the ball to start the second half at the 35-yard line. Ben Elrod will give us a good sideline courtesy going into the second half every game. Chuck, your thoughts as to what you think is going to occur in the second half?
I think it's kind of what Coach said there coming out after half. You know, they're going to control the line of scrimmage, get tough, eliminate penalties, and take control of the game. But, you know, Douglas is a fighter. They're going to fight. They're going to try to keep this thing from getting too far out of hand. So it's going to be an interesting, fun second half.
They've got the ball to start things off, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. They hand it to the tailback, Watkins, and no gain at right end. You know, that is something, Chad, that I know the coaches had to talk about is the fact that Douglas, when they were moving the ball, moved it outside of the hashes and moved it quite well in the first half.
That's exactly right. So maybe made some adjustments on that because that edge has been rough on us here lately. So if we can contain that edge and keep them boxed up in the middle, Douglas has not had success up the middle tonight.
I'd like to Mike the coach it. Well, that's probably a bad idea. Mike the coach
not that coach.
No.
Oh, second down and 10. We don't have a kill switch.
The dump button. There you go.
Second down 10. They're going to throw a little flare pass. Tunnel screen to the right side. Dropped it. Oh, boy.
That was close to being picked.
Yep. Landon Beck had a convoy in front of him, but couldn't hang on to the football. He's the only receiver out there I take that back. They're all wearing gloves. He's the only receiver with black gloves on.
That's the problem.
That's probably there you go, shoemate. There you go.
I got to admit, we finally won one. They had that so-called blackout. Only about a third of the people did it. We actually won one last year, and the lights didn't go out.
3rd down and 10 for Douglas on their first offensive series. The referee, again, a problem with the resetting the 40-second clock, and they get it done. We've just gotten underway in the second half between Douglas and Arab. Again, off next week, Scottsboro in 2 weeks in the Borough. That should be a tailgate.
Chad, where we eating?
We got to figure it out.
On 3rd down, there's a great buffet over there, Kobe Buffet.
That's a good
Walls
place.
Gonna throw.
That's a throw right there.
Throws, and yep, he threw it, but nobody was there.
It went all the way to Space Age Service Station.
It's going to be lineman downfield there, I think. What'd they call?
Well, let's see. It's against them. And it's declined.
So the illegal lineman downfield.
That is. So it's 4th down. And Douglas will punt the ball away to start the second half. Now it would be interesting, Ronnie, because the Knights can use this opportunity. If they can put a drive together, they can pretty well put this game on ice.
Yep, need to. They just take the ball, move it methodically down the field 4 or 5 yards at a whack.
Let some of these guys rest.
Walls is going to punt the ball away. He's standing back at his own 15-yard line, gets the snap, drops it, punts it, end over end, not a really good kick. Puccio's going to catch it on the run at the 40, makes a man miss at the 45. He's at the 50, he's at the 45, and he'll go out of bounds around the 40-yard line.
That looked like a face mask. I don't know if they...
Well, did you get a? I didn't see a flag go down.
I didn't either. It looked like a face mask.
I saw the same thing.
There's a little jaw-jacking going on. He was finally run out of bounds at the Arabian Nights sideline by Brock Walls, who is the brother of the quarterback.
Nice.
And it's 1st and 10 for the Arab Knights at the 39-yard line in Douglas territory, their best starting position, field position in the ball game.
Yep. If anybody's interested, Caitlin Clark released his emotional statement after announcing break from basketball. So she's going to give it up now.
1st down and 10. Here comes double motion, and they're going to have to reset before they snap the ball. Noah Mann and Landon Strickland going over to the wide side of the field, and they just hand it off to Aldridge up the middle. Got it up the middle. And he'll run all the way to the 40, and across the 40 down to the 37-yard line. So he got 8 on the play. Tackle was made by the middle linebacker for the Douglas Eagles, Tanner Edmondson. Also Baker Lyles, first time we've called his name tonight. Yep. He's the son of the coach.
He just waited and waited for his block, and then he went through there and got good yardage out of it.
Actually, it's a 9-yard gain, 2nd down and 1. Aldridge, the lone setback, next to Puccio in the spread. H-back to the right side as an extra tight end. They run that way. Big power play again to Aldridge. He's got the 1st down at the 30. That's the Citizens Bank and Trust Arabian Night 1st down. You know, short field after that low punt and the good return by Puccio, this could spell disaster for the Eagles, Chuck.
Yeah, it could. Drew does a little different read right there and takes it around left end. It would be a disaster right now.
So 1st and 10 for the Arabian Nights. Citizens Bank and Trust 1st down. Wideouts to the left side. That is Noah Mann along with Strickland. And they're going to change the play and go into something else. Kirkland split about 5 yards to the near side. Knights moving right, or left to right rather, as you listen in the 3rd quarter. Handoff Aldridge at middle guards. Got about 5, maybe 6 yards. Chad, right now, I'm watching this offensive line for the Arabian Nights, and right now the Knights' offensive line are just literally imposing their will.
You think they got some motivational speaking at halftime?
I bet they did.
Well, I'm also noticing that we have at center now, I believe Stafford Willis is in the ball game. Let's see who comes over the ball. Yeah, that is Stafford Willis.
56.
55 or 56?
I think it's 56. Let's see. 55 is right guard.
Okay, 55 at right guard is Stafford Willis. And this is a handoff to Aldridge. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, bounces off a man, and then is clobbered as he got about 3 yards to get down to about the 21-yard line. And Douglas lineman is a little slow getting up. That is Mason Joyner, and he was the man that made the stop. And it looks like he may have a cramp, so we're going to have a timeout to take care of this measure. Knights are driving. It's 21-0 with 8:43 to play in the 3rd on the Fun Radio Superior RV Football Network.
As the Electric Board of Gunnersville, we want you to know that we are your partner in the community, and we hope our commitment, character, and integrity shine through every time you meet us as we empower our community to be the best it can be.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Back with you at the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth. Mason Joyner, apparently having difficulty with the left knee, has helped off the field, wasn't putting any pressure on it. Not a good sign. Puccio at quarterback on 3rd and 2. Knights in Douglas territory at the 22. They're going to move their receivers over to the wide side again. That's Noah Mann and Landon Strickland. They get set. Aldridge, the running back. Puccio going to carry it behind Aldridge. Breaks a tackle at the 10. He's at the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Arabian Knights.
There, turn out the lights. The party's over.
22-yard run by Drew Puccio. They flooded the left side with receivers and ran behind the big guys on the right.
Who was the old quarterback used to sing that song?
Don Meredith.
John Meredith.
I watched him play live 2 times.
I saw him
Played for the Giants, didn't he?
No, Cowboys.
No, Cowboys.
That's right. Yeah.
big star on that white helmet. Remember
Dandy
the white
Don.
helmets
I
with
can't
the
believe I
star?
said the Giants.
Dandy Don.
All
We're
right.
thinking of Fran targeted.
Point after coming, 8:21 to play in the third quarter. This game getting out of hand from the broadcast booth standpoint. Here's a snap. Placement down. Kick is in the air. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 8:21 to play in the third quarter, new score, Arab 28, Douglas nothing. You're listening to the People's. I did that earlier last week. I'm sorry. You're listening to the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
This is Michael St. John. Clean Right Cleaners has been cleaning and pressing my clothes for over 25 years, and come this time of the year, they give my clothes a special care that lasts another year. Trust the professionals at Clean Right Cleaners to handle all your dry cleaning needs. Open Monday through Saturday in Arab behind Clayton Chevrolet and the fire station. Get your clothes cleaned right at Clean Right Cleaners.
This is Kathy from Clean Right Cleaners. For over 32 years, we've cleaned your clothes and saved you money. Thank you for your business.
There's no better way to brighten up your day.
High pooch kick this time. Stays in bounds. And the pooch kick is taken at the 25-yard line, moving forward across the 30 up to the 33-yard line. So an 8-yard return. Those pooch kicks not giving those return folks for Douglas any opportunity. Let's get a scoring recap for you from our friends at Southern Elite Realty, and your pen is doing overtime right now.
It sure is. It's smoking. Arab goes 41 yards on 5 plays, capped off by Drew Puccio on his second touchdown of the night. Wooten's PAT is good. Your new score, 28-0 Arab.
From the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth, Michael St. John, Ronnie Shumate, Chad Robertson, and our guest sideline reporter, Chuck Ellis. With the call of tonight's Douglas Arab game, here's a handoff to the tailback, and he is slung down for a 3-yard loss. And that was a big, big play. And that was a little slow in developing, but Braxton Johnson got in there and blew things up.
Fran Tarkenton played for the Vikings. I knew that as soon as I said it. I've already been corrected.
Where did he play his college ball?
Georgia.
Thank you.
See, I knew that one.
I was wondering about that.
Arab's defense come to play tonight, Michael. Another 3 and out while ago on Douglas's last drive, and have not gave up a point in 6.5 quarters.
Second out and 12. Good point. Last point's given up. The end of the game at Guntersville on the field goal. Second down and 12. Douglas behind the chains again. Here's Walsh dropping back to pass. Has not had protection and throws it through the hands. That was right through the wickets of Trey Crenshaw. Should have had it, but he's a freshman, 6'2", 170. He'll get that one back.
Jackson Ivey come within 2 inches of intercepting that ball right there.
7:24 to play in the third quarter here as we are coming to you from the Superior RV broadcast booth, and we're going to try to check the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard momentarily. 3rd and long for the Eagles, 3rd and 12. Ball resting at the 30-yard line in Douglas territory. Knights are up on this one, 28-0.
I They're going to spread them out. They're going to throw the ball here.
Snap to Walls, back to pass. He's going to toss it, high pitch and incomplete. You know, now I think Walls is to a point. I think Walls is to a point in this game, guys, that he's getting so much pressure, he's hurrying his throws when he doesn't even need to be hurrying his throws.
Yep, and you look right who was down here. Nobody. They had a receiver on the 30-yard line waving his hands at the quarterback and nobody down here.
Yeah, I was closer to him than anybody was.
Keelan Green was down there being guarded by Chuck Ellis.
Yeah.
So 4th down, Douglas will have to punt the ball away back to the Arabian Knights from the Gilbert Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. They've started the third quarter. Guntersville easily winning their homecoming over Grissom tonight, 34-0. It's Southside leading Mae Jemison 13-6. That's at the half. Here's the punt. Puccio calls for a fair catch and will stand right there. and you know what? He took the ball over his shoulder and he went back to where he called a fair catch. That could have been a penalty.
Well, movement forward.
He took 2 steps forward.
After making a fair catch. 7:12 to play in the game. Want to thank our friends at Horizon Communications. You want to watch the replay of this one as the Arabian Knights take over. 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line, halfway through the third quarter, and an Arabian Knight 28-0 lead. Scottsboro leading Brewer now in the third quarter, 20-7. Geraldine back on top of Collinsville, 20-13. They're playing in the third quarter. Here's the snap, handoff. Aldridge up the middle, breaks a tackle, 40, 45, 50, and he's into Douglas territory just like that at the 48-yard line. Douglas's defense guys just getting a little tired out there. Kenyon Watkins, who goes both ways, was the man that made the stop.
Hunter Ray, Stafford Willis, the 2 guards, blew a hole right there, and he went up there. They did a job.
Additional scores off the Gilbert and Ball 40 in-game scoreboard. Southeastern leading Susan Moore in the third, 21-6. Plainview leading Madison County. Boy, they must be hapless this year. 33-6. James Clements leading Florence 28-0. That's being played over at Braley Stadium on the campus of North Alabama University. Handoff. This is Aldridge up the middle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yards. Just bulldogging his way all the way up to the Douglas 41-yard line. They say now his knee hit the ground at the 42. Stop was made for the Eagles by one of their linemen, Caden Lewis, 6 foot, 220-pound sophomore. Austin at the half, putting it on Huntsville High, 31-13. And Gadsden leading Lee 35-0. No score on DAR Randolph. We need to get that one up. West Point leading Priceville at the half 14-7. North Jackson all over Madison Academy 12-3. That's at the half. And it's tied at the half between Fairview and Russellville at 21. And we got a flag before the play can get on.
Caesar.
Sylvania trailing Fife. Coach Benefield has never lost 2 in a row in this decade, or in this century rather. And Fife right now leading Sylvania 28-3. That too is at the half. Muscle Shoals at the half, leading Athens 35-14. Asbury over Brindley Mountain 21-14 there in the third quarter. Pennington over Sachs 21-0 in the third. Boaz leading Sardis. That's in the third quarter, just going into the third quarter, 28-7. And West End and Cold Springs are tied at 7. Coleman leading Hartselle in the third quarter, 7-0.
I've sent a message to my connection for DAR. I should have a score here shortly.
2nd down and 10 for the Arabian Knights. Puccio sending motion this time with Kirkland. Here's the snap. Going to roll to the left side. Going to throw it to Kirkland. Got it. Shoestring catch, and he may take it to the end zone. He's to the 10. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arabian Knights. All about Mr. Kirkland.
And
Dylan did it.
His grandmother Kim came all the way up from South Alabama to watch this, and great-grandma Khaki, I guess you're listening, that little boy did good.
That's a good play. Good play call right there, guys.
That was a bubble screen, and he threw it to his motion man, and the defensive back for Douglas bit on the motion, and when that happened, Kirkland got behind him and took it to the house.
Well, they think Puccio's going to run it every time he rolls out like that. They come up, but he did good to catch that ball.
Snap is back, point after touchdown, placement kick in the air. The kick is good. So with 5:20 to play in the third quarter, Arab putting it on, leading 35-0 on homecoming here at Arab School Sportsplex on the Fun Radio Superior RV Football Network.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
10 seconds, stand by.
Good choice.
Kickoff a service of Farmers Insurance and Agent Joshua Jennings. It's high in the air. It's taken by a Douglas running back. He's got it at the 30. He comes up to the 35 and is put down by the Arabian Nights special teams unit. On the stop for Arab that time was Peyton Jackson. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Douglas Eagles, and we're seeing some substitutions come into the ball game for the Knights defensively, giving some folks the rest. Let's see, that is Christian Pierce in the ball game right now for the Knights. Here's the snap. Wall's going to hand it off. Up the middle, got about a yard, maybe didn't even get in any of that because the Knights just blew him up at the line of scrimmage. Knights are really imposing their will defensively, and this time Watkins can go nowhere. It's 2nd down and 10. Tackle was made, by the way, by Owen Ridgeway.
All right, they need to take some starters out of Arab's offense.
That's what I was just thinking.
We don't need to see Puccio in there anymore.
No.
Or Aldridge or Landon Strickland.
Well, they're doing so. Cole Milner is in the ball game at a defensive end. In the middle, at middle guard, is Owen Ridgeway. Knights in a 4 stack this time. Here's Ray. Out to pass is Kaysen, and he's going to roll to left end, and Kaysen Walls is going to take it up for about 5 yards to bring up 3rd down and 6. Clock continues to run, 4:15 to play in the 3rd quarter. Knights have had their will from the opening kickoff on this, leading now 35-0. We owe ourselves a recap of the last Arabian Nights scoring drive. We'll do that after this play.
DAR is behind 35-14. Randolph ahead, 35-14 over DAR.
Trey Crenshaw coming wide to the left for the Douglas Eagles. Got a man in the slot this time is Beck. Back to pass is Walls, going to throw it sidearm. Pass is complete, but nowhere to go. Gain of 1, as that time a great defensive effort for the Arabian Nights.
He dropped the ball.
He was down. He was down.
After the catch by Dowdy, and Dowdy is a junior, 200-pound H-back, and it'll be 4th and 4, and I believe Douglas is going to go for it this time.
Well, they ain't got nothing to lose. They're swapping
Well, they're
everybody
punting
else. Yeah, they brought the whole team in.
Well, they thought about it. 3:13 left to play in the third quarter, and Kirkland, who just had the last touchdown. Let's go ahead and get that together. The scoring recap. What you got, Chad?
Arab goes 67 yards on 3 plays, 47-yard touchdown pass to Dylan Kirkland. Wooten's PAT was good. Your new score, 35-0 Arab.
Here's the punt by Walls. He skies it. Kirkland's going to take a fair catch at the 26-yard line. Our scoring recaps tonight are brought to you by Southern Elite Realty. You looking for a new home? Jeff Gibbs is your guy. Give him a call at 256-640-3085. Score big with Southern Elite Realty.
They're going to stay with the starters at the end of the quarter.
Spartan Electric, by the way, folks listening in, they do a good job. They joined us in progress of this football season. Glad to have them aboard. So Arab takes over 1st and 10. We will probably see Drew Puccio for one final time. I'm sure that in the fourth quarter we're going to see the bullpen strike up the man. Here comes motion. Jet sweep, fake. Nope, Puccio going to keep it up the middle. He's got breaks tackles. Boy, a lot of arm tackling going on. This Douglas defense is tired. He got 12 yards on that, right up the middle.
It won't be long. Nick Stevens will be out there, freshman quarterback.
Right. That was an excellent read. Excellent read.
Chris Duvall on the stop for Douglas. See some new numbers in for Douglas defensively as well. They're starting to getting some fresh folks in there. There's also Brody Smith in the ball game for Douglas. Baker Lyles out there.
Hey, this center's doing a good job, guys.
He might have practiced all during the halftime.
Yeah.
All the snaps the second half have been good. You're right.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Handoff going to Aldridge. Aldridge at left tackle, breaks a tackle, gets across the line of scrimmage, gets another 4, 5, 6 yards, rumbling up there. Chad, I'll tell you, Logan Aldridge tonight, they've kept him between the tackles, but he's gotten the hard yardage.
We've had some big holes opened up by these linemen for Arab. Very good job running the ball, Logan.
That's right.
Importantly, good blocking for the Arab line.
Down inside of 2 minutes. I'm giving everybody the 2-minute warning.
Yep.
Or 2-minute timeout.
Do y'all like that in college football?
I do.
I do too.
Well, I like it. My question is, why in the heck don't they just call it the 2-minute warning? That's what we know it as.
2-minute timeout.
Yeah, it's a 2-minute warning.
NFL's got dibs on that, so they can't.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Here's a snap, handoff to Aldridge off the left side. He's got a Citizens Bank and Trust first down and more inside the 50. He's across the 45 down to the 44-yard line. Drag those chains for a Citizens Bank and Trust Arabian Night first down.
That guy's one of the most patient runners I've seen all year, probably compared to the running back that's going to South Alabama, number 5 for Gunnersville. He's patient, but this kid right here has got patience. He lets his lineman do the work, and then he follows those blocks, and when he sees a hole, he has good vision. He hits it.
You're talking about Logan Anderson at 5.
Logan Anderson. No, but he's talking about the kid at Gunnersville.
Yeah.
But
Julian.
Logan Anderson's just a bulldog. I mean,
he's
a bulldozer. He's going to Clemson, but he's a bulldozer.
Yeah, he's a bulldozer. And he's not as patient as this guy here or Julian at Gunnersville. The patient running is art.
Well, Logan is only 5. He's 5'10", 170 is what they've got him listed at.
He's bigger than that.
He's about 6'2". I've stood. Yeah, I can't believe. Wow. He's going to be a good player at Clemson. They're going to play him at defense.
Oh, you're talking about Logan Aldridge. I'm talking about. I'm talking about Logan.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
I'm talking
Anderson.
Logan Aldridge. You're talking about Anderson.
Yeah.
Here's the handoff. Aldridge again off left guard. Boy, did you see him? They knocked the defensive line for Douglas 5 feet or 5 yards off the ball.
They are winning that line of scrimmage.
Guys are tired.
Yeah, they are tired.
Humid.
You know, we have yet this year to have a cramp. We're good shape. We haven't had any cramps yet at all.
That's conditioning this summer.
Pickle juice.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming to the end. In fact, the Knights will have to run one more play before the third quarter ends. It's 2nd down and 5 at the 40 of Douglas. Knights on top, 35-0 in this one. Landon Strickland is split into the left side. They're going to throw it to him. It got tapped, it got touched, and it actually got picked up by Hudson as Aldridge,
change in.
No, that was intended for Landon Strickland, and it ended up in Hudson's hands, and he got 3 yards out of it to bring up 3rd and 2 when we come back to start the fourth quarter. 3 quarters are in the books. Coming to you from the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth, you're listening to the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network.
Starters are done.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
We never set out to be J.P. Morgan or Wells Fargo. We set out to be Citizens Bank and Trust and to serve the community as a community bank, and we're content with that.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Okay, sure.
Starter's still in.
They'll let him have this series.
Yeah, this is no curtain column. Homecoming.
3rd down and 2. Arabian Nights giving it to Aldridge. A first play of the 4th quarter down inside the 35-yard line. Drag those chains, and Arabian Nights Citizens Bank and Trust first down. Chad, just what the doctor ordered if you're Coach Routon and his staff. A long Arabian Night drive, eating up clock and eating up the ground.
Eating up the ground, eating up the clock. Got some extra players in there right now. Try to keep the injuries to a minimal, up 35-0.
1st and 10. Knights sending wideouts to the right side. I'm sure after this drive, this will be the last time we'll see these starters in the ball game, and I'm sure when the Knights go on defense, we'll see a lot of substitutions as well. Hudson moves over to the left side as the H-back, just outside of the left tackle. Aldridge to the right of Puccio. Puccio wants to throw it, pulls it down, throws it over the middle. He's got it to Kirkland. Touchdown!
2.
Excellent pass.
Oh, yeah, he did a great job. He thought he was going to tuck it and run. He stood up and saw Kirkland break across the middle behind coverage. He was wide open.
He read that middle linebacker, and that linebacker jumped. He took 2 steps up, and then whenever he did, Drew read it. Instead of running, he just that's RPO.
That's a skinny post pattern. They also call it a seam pattern.
That's right.
And Kirkland just, boy, love it. The young man gets 2 touchdowns tonight on homecoming. 11:16 to play in the game. Knights are up 41-0 with a point after coming. Snap is back. Kick is up. It's in the air. The kick is good. Again, 11:16 to play in the ball game, and the Arabian Knights' new score leading Douglas 42-0. We're going to keep it right here and just sort of rehash everything. In fact, we'll go ahead and get the Southern Elite Realty scoring recap. Agent Jeff Gibbs bringing this to you, and Chad giving us the information.
Arab goes 74 yards on 6 plays. Dylan Kirkland got his 2nd touchdown of the night with a 35-yard reception. The Wooten PAT was good. Your new score, 42-0 Arab.
From the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth, Michael St. John, Ronnie Shoemake, Chad Robertson. We get the week off next week, guys. Any plans?
Yeah, I'm going to keep the grandkids, going to get them, bring them up here because they're out of school on the 14th, which is, Columbus Day, and we're off for the county, too.
That's a week from Monday. You know what a week from Sunday is.
10-10.
No.
Your birthday, 13th.
Turns 80 years old.
Yeah, close to it. Closer to that than anything else.
Next week. It's better than the alternative.
Vivian's having a birthday, too. She'll be 19. Here's the kick going into the hands of the wide receiver for Douglas, and he's returned more kickoffs than he's had chances to catch passes tonight. The Knights have shut down Douglas's passing game. That was Brody Campbell, and he'll return the ball to the 35-yard line.
Did you say she'd be 19?
Mm-hmm.
Good. I got tennis shoes twice her age. Good grief.
Next week down on the lakeside, Scottsboro goes into Gunnersville with
next Friday night.
Next Friday night with
that'll be a battle.
A number one spot in the region on the line.
Got a feeling that every coach within 50 miles that has an off week will be there.
Yes. You think? Yeah.
1st and 10. All sorts of new numbers in for the Arabian Nights. We'll try to call it for you. They throw a pass out into the flats. It's caught, and he falls down. Pass is caught by Brody. Was that? Nope, that was to the Kenyon Watkins.
He lost 3 yards on that reception.
Yep, and for the Arabian Nights, up to cover him up was Evan Jones. Evan, 6'2", 164. That's a good size for a defensive back. He's a junior. So it's a loss of 3.
Walls almost got a delivery like Philip Rivers at Athens did. That little sidearm.
Yeah, he doesn't really cock the ball behind his ear, does he?
No, it's almost like Philip Rivers did. You know, that's one reason he didn't go to Alabama or Auburn. They said they couldn't fix his throwing motion.
Second down and 13 for Douglas. Back at their own 32-yard line. Here's the handoff. Watkins up the middle, and he's hit, knocked down. A couple of folks in to help out there. Tackle was made by the Arabian Nights. Brody Patrick.
Chuck, I was thinking about you and Bill Yancey, y'all big Auburn fans, and everybody was worried about all that toilet paper and everything. I said, well, there should be plenty in Auburn. They ain't used much this year.
That's a fact.
Dallas Helton in the ball game for the Arabian Nights. He's at a linebacker position. They've still got a couple of the starters in there, but not many.
I think they got rid of that. The dock workers are back at work, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. They stay of execution until the middle of December.
I'd like to have a 50 to 75% raise.
Yeah. $900,000 union leader. So that's
snap. Here's Walls dropping back, throwing it long downfield. Got a man behind the Arabian Nights secondary. He catches it, fumbles the ball when he hits the turf, and I think the Knights are going to have it, they will.
They do.
That was lucky right there. He was wide open. He should have caught that ball. He
did catch that ball. Yeah. And coming up with it, Wyatt Lamar, he was trailing the play, and when Watkins was tackled, he lost the ball before he hit the ground, and Lamar was there to pick it up. So the Knights get the turnover on the biggest Douglas play from scrimmage all night.
It was.
And they get the ball at the 19-yard line, their own 19. That was a big completion for the Eagles. And it's 1st and 10 for the Arabian Nights, and we have a whole new offensive unit coming into the ball game.
Listen to this defensive stat for Arab in the second half. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, fumble.
Wow. That's defense, my friends.
Number 17's in there.
You
Nick
got
Stevens.
it. Yep. Nick Stevens is your new quarterback for the Arabian Nights. New running back in the ball game for the Knights. Is sitting beside him, and he's going to get that's Pritchett, and Pritchett's going to get it across the 20 and up to the 25-yard line.
I'm so proud of Michael.
See, I got to say it that way so I say it right. Pritchett. I got to spit it out. Pritchett. Gain of 6 for Pritchett. 2nd down and 4. I'm not making fun, folks. I gotta get this ingrained in my mind. We're probably going to call that name for the next 2 years.
He's a ball player. He's called him everything but the right name this year.
Called him Prickett.
Oh, yeah.
Don't start it. You put it in my head now, Chuck.
Hey, we went 3 years with a Bodine instead of Bodine up here, too.
Wide to the right side, Davis Kinney. Coming to the left, wide out, Graham Grisham. 5'11", young man, 155, sophomore. Stevens turns, gives it Pritchett, and Pritchett is hitting the backfield, won't get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 2 yards. Douglas is starting to sub as well. Stop was made by Brock Walls. So it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Arabian Nights. Possession down, clock continuing to run. We're getting down on the halfway mark in the 4th quarter, and the Knights comfortably in the lead, 42-0. I'm sure they're looking to keep the shutout. Yep. As the Knights have gone how many quarters now?
7.5.
All right. Mr. Calculator over here. You and Cody Walker could get into some numbers, couldn't you?
Yes, sir.
You have to count those chickens, though. But you don't count them before they're hatched.
No, sir. Never.
Just making sure.
Which one's a big Auburn fan?
Me.
I heard you, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
3rd and 5. Folks, we got to talk about something. It's 42-0.
Yeah, I don't know how Chad's getting home. He rode up here with me. He keeps talking like that. He's going to walk.
Well, tomorrow I'll return to the alma mater and see Alabama and Vanderbilt. And tickets weren't that expensive. I was sort of surprised.
$300 a piece?
Nowhere close.
7 years ago, you and I and Laura Beth and Melanie went up there to.
Has it been 7 years?
7 years. I just looked.
Yeah, I'll be darned.
You know, 10 years ago, you and me and Judy and Denise We're up there in
Nashville.
Nashville. That's when Ole Miss beat Alabama.
Yep.
I was heartbroken.
3rd down and 10. Knights penalized 5 yards for an encroachment. Clock continuing to run. Knights are off next week. We head to Scottsboro, who tonight, what are they doing tonight? What was our last account? They were playing Brewer, and I think it was 21-14. We'll check more of the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. Sure will be nice to have Mr. Lane back next week on the scoreboard. Here's a run by Stevens, running out of running room and running into white jerseys up around the 21-yard line. Got what he could, and the tackle was made by Xander Ottinger.
Now we punt.
So Gunnersville 48-0 in the 3rd quarter over Grissom. Southside leading Mae Jemison in the 4th quarter 20-6. Plainview stomping Madison County 39-6. They're in the 4th quarter. Geraldine has taken the lead over Collinsville late in the 3rd, 27-13. James Clemens leading Florence in the 4th quarter, 28-17. North Jackson doubling up Madison Academy tonight, 18-9. They're playing in the 4th quarter. That from the Gilbert and Ball Ford in-game scoreboard. Knights to punt it away. Puccio stands at his own 12. Rolls out, rugby kick, got his best kick of the night. Shot goes to the deep man, Kenyon Watkins, for Douglas. He takes it in on a fair catch, and a penalty marker goes down at the 46-yard line.
Because he grabbed him after he just put his arms around him.
Jaw japping probably.
4th quarter score in Austin over Huntsville, 38-13. Gadsden City shutting out Lee. 4th quarter, 42-0. Southeastern out of Rimlap, Alabama, leading Susan Moore 21-6. West Point and Priceville, last score we had on the half, and it was at the half, 14-7.
Did not
West
expect
Point.
this.
It's against Douglas.
Yes, it is. A 42-21 in the game. Muscle Shoals over Athens. Pennington leading Sachs in the 4th quarter, 28-6. Fife rebounding nicely over Sylvania, 42-17. And Scottsboro leading Brewer. They've just started the 4th quarter, 33-7. Big game at Fairview. They have, in the 3rd quarter, it is a war. It is at Russellville, but Fairview and Russellville, 28-21 Russellville. They just took the lead. Running back Kenyon Watkins trying the outside. Not going to get much. He's going to be run out of bounds. Tackle was made by Evan Jones. Evan Jones made 3 or 4 good plays tonight. Had some help over there that time chasing him down. Tanner Galanti, 5'11", 221, a defensive lineman. He's a senior. 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped on the out-of-bounds plate. 6:29 left in the game. Snap, Walls hands it off. Watkins right side. This is the play that they made a lot of yardage on in the 1st quarter, and then for whatever reason abandoned it. He got 6 yards that time at right in. At the end of tonight's game, catch the Win South Credit Union Fund Finals. It's an hourly rundown of all the action tonight, right after our game. And coming up at the end of our game, at the conclusion of tonight's broadcast, we'll announce the Sophia's Restaurant Players of the Game. For a great play, it's always dinner at Sophia's.
Good place.
So we're going to watch that Russellville Fairview game very, very closely. Asbury and Brindley Mountain, the last we had was 21-14 Asbury.
Yep.
All right.
Still the same.
Back to pass. Here's Walls being flushed out of the pocket. He'll have a 1st down and a lot of green grass. He's at the 45. He's at the 40, and he'll be knocked down at the 37-yard line. So defensively, the Knights were in a prevent defense, but it did not prevent the 1st down. Dawson Wilson and Dallas Helton finally got Walls down, but not until he got into the Knights' territory at the 37-yard line. Clock continuing to run. Baseball playoffs tomorrow. Who do you like, Chad?
Well, my favorite team got put out, so I'm going to have to pull for the Dodgers all the way.
Dodgers. I'm hoping a Dodger-Yankee series. We need one of those.
Yep.
That's American. Handoff to Watkins, left side, cuts back in. He'll get 2 or 3 down to the 35-yard line. Nice trailing tackle by Evan Jones again.
All right, update. Brindley Mountain back on top, 22-21.
How much time?
Let's ask.
Wow.
Looks like going into region week next, Michael, the region will look like it does this week. Gunnersville top and Scottsboro followed second, but they do show down on the lake next Friday night. That's implications right there big. A-Rep sitting 3, Boaz sitting 4.
10 minutes to go in the game.
For the Knights, to host a playoff game, either Guntersville or Scottsboro would have to lose twice, which is not out of the question.
No, sir.
2nd down and 8. This time new formation for Douglas. They go into a T formation out of the shotgun, and they give it to the running back. Oh, he's hit out of bounds. He gave it to to Keelan Green. And are we going to get a flag?
He hit the Arab guy out of bounds, really.
So no flag on the play, but that is a Douglas first down. This is the best drive for Douglas since the first quarter. 1st down and 10, ball at the Arab 27-yard line with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the game. Knights want to hold him out of the end zone. Walls is the quarterback. Here's the snap. This is a counter play going to the running back, and he may hit the end zone at about that time. What a one-on-one tackle by Dawson Wilson. Laid him down at the 11-yard line, but that's another Douglas first down. And let's see if the Knights defense, boy, look at those defensive players. They are all around coach saying, put us back in, put us back in. That first team, they are on their toes, ready to get back in here. They don't want to give up the shutout.
OT formation.
Out of the shotgun, though. Here's the snap, counter play, left side, gives it to Wilson, and he'll be close to the touchdown. Will he get it fumbled in the end zone? Nope, they say touchdown.
He stuck his ball out. Yeah. He stuck the ball out there and scored.
That's not what you said.
Well, take the plural section off. He stuck the football over the goal line. Shut up over there, Chad.
Excuse me, Chuck. I lost it.
Yeah, I did too.
Thank God we don't have replay.
Hello, LCC.
Touchdown, Douglas.
Y'all are a bad influence on me.
So 7.5 scoreless quarters for the Arabian Knights midseason. Pretty good. Point after coming. Snap is back. Placement for the left foot kicker, Conquistador Zavala. That's his middle name, folks. And the kick is good. So new score was 3:50 to play in the football game. The Arabian Knights lead Douglas 42-7. You're listening to the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find Poplar Smoker Grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
This is Michael St. John. Clean Right Cleaners has been cleaning and pressing my clothes for over 25 years, and come this time of the year, they give my clothes a special care that lasts another year. Trust the professionals at Clean Right Cleaners to handle all your dry cleaning needs. Open Monday through Saturday in Arab behind Clayton Chevrolet and the fire station. Get your clothes cleaned right at Clean Right Cleaners.
This is Kathy from Clean Right Cleaners. For over 32 years, we've cleaned your clothes and saved you money. Thank you for your business.
There's no better way to brighten up your day.
As the Electric Board of Guntersville, we want you to know that we are your partner in the community, and we hope our commitment, character, and integrity shine through every time you meet us as we empower our community to be the best it can be.
Back with you at the Virotech Restoration broadcast booth. Michael St. John, Ronnie Shoemake, Chad Robertson, and Chuck Ellis with you tonight. Big kick this time going into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. That's the most leg we've seen on that Douglas kicker all night. That kickoff a service of Farmers Insurance and agent Joshua Jennings. We are football, we are farmers. Scoring recap of that last scoring drive as Douglas gets the goose egg off the scoreboard. Southern Elite sponsors our scoreboard wrap-up, and Chad, you've got it.
Douglas goes 60 yards on 6 plays, capped off with 11-yard touchdown run by Keelan Green. The point after was good. Your new score, 42-7, Arab.
Knights coming out, still bringing reserves into the ball game. Coming out there is Luke Traylor in the game. Quarterback Stevens. Need my water bottle. Snap, Stevens going to hand it off up the middle. And some running room for, is that Pritchett? That was Luke Traylor. 5'9", 157-pound running back. He's a junior. So the Knights going to try to run this clock out. They got 7 on first down. That's a good start. Playing in the ball game right now for Arab is a number we do not have, number 42. Have to get a recap on our. Also in the game, Davis Kinney. He'll go wide to the right side. Coming wide to the left is Graham Grisham. Stevens is your quarterback, looking over the line of scrimmage. Turns, gives it. Tailback up the middle. He's got close to the first down, and I believe he might have it. Let's see what the officials believe. They're going to say he is a teensy bit short, I believe. Yep, they're going to say drag those chains. That's a Citizens Bank and Trust Arabian Night first down. 2:50 to play in this game. The Knights have 2 weeks to prepare for Scottsboro, who is boat racing Brewer tonight.
40-7 last count.
That's in the fourth quarter. Try to get some of these good linemen that are in for the Arabian Nights. Need to turn or let them turn and call their number out. Wesley Holland in the game at the H-back position. Nick Stevens is your quarterback. Here's Pritchett going. Oh, this is Traylor. Traylor is going to get to the 35-yard line.
Excellent
and
cut.
maybe the 36. He did make a good cut, Chuck.
Just a little math over here. So far, Arab is ahead this year. Arab has scored 216 points, and their opposition has scored 101 points.
Second down and 5. We're down to 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter. Not that we're taking it, but I'll say it anyway. Let the NFL come after me. It's a 2-minute warning.
It's a neighborhood football league. We all played there.
It's been called worse than that.
What Jerry Glanville call it? Not for long.
Not for long.
Told that
The
official
no fun league.
Yeah, I said you keep making that call, it'll be not for long.
Second down and 5. Stevens taking his time, gets the snaps, going to hand it off to Traylor again. Traylor's going to be hit, but he's going to drag some people. Good run by Traylor, still taking white jerseys with him all across the marker, and he's got another Citizens Bank and Trust Arabian Night. First and 10 up at the 44-yard line.
Got the second team bell cow in there, looking good.
Boy, Traylor just, where did that come from? Luke Traylor, 5'9", 157. He's a junior running back and has really impressed some folks up here in this booth right now.
Run that clock. Don't snap it till you got about 2 seconds left.
Carter Green in the ball game for the Knights. He's at one of the lineman positions. Bryson Trusley, 6'2", 213 sophomore in the ball game. Clock's down to a minute. A couple of more plays and we'll call this a game. We'll name the Sophia's Restaurant players of the game after this one. Handoff going to Traylor. Traylor got it. Good hold off right tackle. Fumbles the ball.
Oops.
And I believe Douglas has it.
They hadn't made a. No, they're saying he was down.
Yeah, they're giving it. They're keeping it in Arab's possession, and he did come up with it.
They give it to him.
Oh, they gave it to Douglas?
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, good eyes.
I had my head down, boys. I was reading what you guys were saying, and I thought Ronnie said that they ruled him down.
I thought they did. One guy was saying he was down, but I didn't see the ball come out to start with.
Yeah, it came out. So here we go. First and 10 midfield. Douglas may try to just home run a ball or two to the end zone. We shall see.
How much time left on the clock?
48 seconds. Here's a snap, handoff. Nope, they're going to give it this time. New running back in the ball game, I believe. Yes, it is.
He fell for 3 yards.
Indeed, and that's Bryce Roden carrying the ball, and he'll get to the 46-yard line. Knights are there to make the stop. Tackle was made by Brody Patrick and Giovanni Mora, 5'8", 118-pound freshman defensive back.
Good job by Tanner Jones right there turning that play back inside.
Well, the clock is still, I don't know what's going on here.
Well, the play clock's off because this is going to be the end of the ball game. We're down to 12 seconds, and this will be it. So the Arabian Knights tonight come out on homecoming and dominate from the opening kickoff and take home a 42-7 win over the Douglas Eagles. When we come back, we'll wrap this game up. Chuck Ellis will talk to the head football coach, Kyle Routon, about his thoughts on this game, and we'll announce the Sophia's Restaurants players of the game as well. You're listening to the Superior RV Fun Radio Football Network.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373. Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Hello everyone. Today we're going to be discussing why our company decided to advertise the list side at 2%. In the past, I've allowed my agents to negotiate with their sellers and come up with a percentage that they would charge and then share with the buyer side. With these new changes, there would be some temptation for our agents to be all over the board with what they would discuss with sellers. So as an owner, I had to find a way to establish, a bottom that we could live with and maintain profitability, but also be delivering to the public something that's uniform. We wouldn't have, for instance, one agent saying, we're going to be at this rate, which is much lower, and then another agent saying we're going to be at this rate, which is much higher. So in my trying to figure out what that rate might be, I started thinking, why would a jury in Missouri, think that the way we've done things for, near 100 years is not the way we should be doing it? And why were they so upset with our industry? Because if a jury is finding that we're not doing things right, they're upset with us in some way, is the way I would see it. Now, of course, that's my opinion. And in thinking that way, I come to realize in the last 5 years, we've had approximately 20 years of appreciation in our housing. Now, this is just residential that we're talking about as far as our rates, as far as these changes. We're not talking about land, we're not talking about commercial. This is residential listings. That we've had this just incredible appreciation in homes. So, a home's value, in some cases, we've had homes that have gone anywhere from 50% to they've almost doubled in price over the last 5 years. So when you have that type of appreciation, then of course with our percentage and what we've been charging, it's going to be far greater. If the house has doubled, math tells us that our income has doubled as well. So when evaluating that, I realized, the public has, they've probably become a little upset with us because, in 5 years you've had this appreciation and you've had this increase in our revenue stream in real estate as a result of it. So I started doing a little math. What could be a bottom that would maintain profitability for our company, be fair for our agents, and be fair for our customers? I looked at 2% being that number. And when I ran the numbers on some of our historic sales, what I found is on the same house. Now, of course, that house is worth more and has more, a bigger price today. But on that same house, 2% was more today than 3% was 5 years ago. And it'll also kept my revenue stream with my company to where it would keep up with inflation. Of course, we've got to be mindful of that to stay in business. But the more I looked at it, 2% was a fair number. Now, that's with this market and this type of appreciation. You fast forward 20 years, if we remain pretty stagnant, that may change. Like all things change. But this change of 2% to accommodate this rapid appreciation that we've had is our way of helping our customers with the inflation that we're seeing in our economy right now. And I feel like that it's a fair number for us. Of course, if we have a listing that requires more work, the seller requires more advertising measures, larger signs, 3D tours. We've got to, hire outside photography, drone videos, those kind of things. Of course, we may charge more on those types of listings because things are negotiable. The 2% is your cookie cutter standard listing where, we take pictures, we put it on the MLS, we put a sign in the yard, and we do the things that realtors do. Items that go beyond that, of course, we may charge more for those. It is on a case-by-case basis. But this is the reason in a nutshell that we have done the 2% as our listing side going forward with these changes. I hope that gives clarity as to why we went this way. Again, I'd like to thank folks for watching this video. Thank our customers for giving us the opportunities, as you always have, for us to help you. And we're going to continue to do our best to adjust to this ever-changing market and economy. Now, our next video, we'll be discussing the buyer side of the transaction and hopefully giving some tips to help buyers and buyers agents when making offers and approaching listings going forward in the future.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Hello everyone. With this video, we're going to talk about buyers and what buyers can expect with the upcoming changes on August 17th. On August 17th and thereafter, a buyer compensation agreement will need to be completed by their agent or their realtor before looking at the very first house. So for buyers, this may be a little intimidating, and you may say, well, wait a minute, am I going to have to pay them right then, right at that moment, and do that up front? No, you're not, unless that's something that realtor, that agent has agreed to, or they've made that part of their practice, that they're just doing a flat fee. In that case, yeah, they're charging you a flat fee to show you, and then there may not be anything charged after that. What I see happening is most folks will enter into a percentage of the sale or percentage of the closed sale agreement that an agent, much like we do on the list side, will work with someone until that person finds a deal that works for them, that finds that perfect house, that negotiates with the seller, gets the terms that they need. Then they will be compensated on the close of sale at whatever percentage that they agreed to. I think most deals will probably be structured like that between buyers and their buyer's agent or buyer realtor. But there may be some folks out there that say, hey, we can save you money if you want to go ahead and commit to paying a flat fee, pay it up front. There's no other charges. The only issue with that is if you don't buy a home, then you're obligated to that fee. You've already paid it, and they've collected their earnings. I do think that there'll be some sellers that will offer compensation to buyers agents, and I think there'll be some that won't. And that's going to be up to your realtor or your agent to find out if there's a compensation offered and share that with you, so that you can ask for it when you present an offer to the seller, to say, hey, do you mind, just like asking for closing costs, you mind paying my closing costs? Do you mind paying my agent? And your agent can structure that into the offer, and the seller can compensate your agent that way versus you having to pay them directly. There may be some sellers that don't offer compensation, and your agent may ask that agent that has it listed, hey, does your seller have that offered? And if they say no, you may think, well, gosh, then that's it. It's over. I'm going to have to pay my agent directly. Well, not necessarily. In sales and in negotiating deals, our philosophy is it never hurts to ask. So even though they may not be offering compensation, if your offer of sales price, results in the net that seller is looking for, they may be willing to compensate your agent in that scenario. So I wouldn't always just say that if they're saying it's not offered. In the state of Alabama, they're required to review your offer that you take to them, submit it in there and see what happens. Now, what you need to keep in mind on the buyer side, it is a little scary with this change that you're sitting down with an agreement before you look at the first house, and you're committing to pay maybe a percentage, and you don't know what that final price will be, and you may not necessarily have those funds in your account to pay your agent, and you don't have to have those funds in your account to pay your agent at that time. If you structure your showing agreement with your agent to where it is a percentage of a closed sale, then you're not going to pay them unless that deal closes, unless you actually buy a house. So the scary parts that everybody's been, hearing on the news, that, buyers are going to be obligated, buyers are going to be, putting more money out there. Well, that's still your choice as to whether or not you want to do that. I would suggest always working, me personally, with someone based on a percentage of the closed sale, unless you can benefit from the flat fee. But more times than not, I think it'll be beneficial to the buyer to negotiate with an agent on a percentage and do that on a closed sale. And if it doesn't close, then you're not obligated for anything. That, I feel, is the best way for a buyer to approach these new changes. As always, we want to thank our customers for the opportunities that you've given us, and we want to thank you for taking time to watch this video today.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
As the Electric Board of Guntersville, we want you to know that we are your partner in the community, and we hope our commitment, character, and integrity shine through every time you meet us as we empower our community to be the best it can be.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Guntersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunter Avenue in Guntersville.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more, from large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
We never set out to be J.P. Morgan or Wells Fargo. We set out to be Citizens Bank and Trust and to serve the community as a community bank, and we're content with that.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this Community Channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally. Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.